absolutely love those videos of the misunderstood lyrics. That's really good stuff. Damn, 21 minutes. I don't think we're gonna be watching this. Let's see. Let's skip the intro and go here.
Before we continue, it's important to understand what this discussion is not about. We are not complaining about how graphics have advanced, but gameplay hasn't. Visuals are an integral part of a game's presentation and have always accompanied and informed us of generational change. As we'll discuss later, it is a good thing that graphics have come as far as they have. We are also not talking about gameplay diversity. There are people that say that gaming is not fun today, or declare that it's dead, but those claims are ridiculous and often come from a place of self-limitation. There's more gameplay diversity now than ever. If you leave the AAA bubble, you will inevitably find unique gameplay experiences. But even many indie games are following and iterating on formulas that are no longer in the mainstream. What is old is new again. What we're really talking about today is AAA gaming's current gameplay standstill. Mission structure, the way that players interact with objectives, and how we behave in games has not changed in over a decade. These aspects of games have been left
from me to you. Go fuck yourself.
And storytelling, and sound next gen.
I'm not gonna wait anymore.
But when you get
bro,
down
I'm
to
tired.
them, they're just the same game you've played many times before.
I totally get that. This guy, 1,000,000%, he's dead on with what he's saying. There's not enough innovation in games anymore. The games that are innovating are the tiny indie games that sadly a lot of times don't get attention. The games that should be innovating and trying to push the medium forward just do the bare minimum in order to sell. And once they sell, they've done their job. They don't care about actually advancing gaming into something new or different. While 2 console gens ago, that was what it was all about. On the Xbox 360 and PS3, you had to innovate. Like, that was the point. Do something innovative, do something different, new, not just the same rehashed experience with a better graphical facelift. I agree with him. It's the AAA studios who should be doing this the best, and in reality, most of them are doing this the worst, right? Take a look at Assassin's Creed.
I know I'm muted.
Assassin's Creed started as a unique series where you have to use parkour and stealth.
That's how little I care about
Then it became, well, it's so dumbed down that it's piss easy to do everything.
Still muted? Good.
So then people didn't
I
like
want
it
it
anymore.
that way.
Okay, well, let's change it. What do you change it to? Are we going to innovate? No, we're going to copy Witcher 3.
I'm sure he was having
their
fun.
game Witcher 3 for 3 straight games. With button
and
mashing,
I was
by
doing
the
a
way,
bit of
a
little
so then
Grinching
how are
on
they
the
gonna
green
innovate 'cause
side.
people say it's stagnated.
We'll
We're gonna
see
go
if
back to the old
a certain
formula with The
someone's
Rock.
gonna pay attention.
So
If he's
didn't
gonna
innovate.
stream snipe.
What you did is you copied someone, which is
If you know, you know.
uncreative,
If you
and then
don't,
you went back to the old
there's no
style, which is
reason to,
also
get into it.
uncreative. There is a huge lack of creativity in AAA game design these
I'll
days.
leave the ball
Do
in
I
his
blame
court.
the
That's
game
all
devs?
I'll say.
No, I do not. I blame the people in
What's Dum Dum
charge
doing?
at these companies, the Yves Guillemets, who say a game like Skull and Bones is a quad A gaming experience, and then when you play it, it's a glorified
But we got
mobile game.
$30,
And you're like,
huh?
what are you, crazy?
Yeah,
What
we
are
still
you,
going on.
stupid?
And I'm Grinching heavily
answer
on
is
this.
no.
I'm playing the game. I'm
Greed.
playing Spider-Man.
And that's what's
Oh, I'm
happened,
recording.
I believe, in the
Nah,
last decade.
Spider-Man.
The greed has started to
The
really
greed?
go through and ruin major game
I
development.
agree. The greed
Today
has
is
ruined a lot.
structural next
You
step.
hate to see
and
it.
that brings us to some important questions. What does it mean to be a next-gen game? And what does change in games look like across generations? To understand this, we have to take a look at the past and compare how a genre iterates to how a genre changes. And
There we go.
what
That
better year
works.
to analyze than 1993 and the release of Doom.
Cool.
Doom built on Wolfenstein 3D and delivered a scope and quality of gameplay unlike anything gamers had seen before.
Right.
With
We as
Doom's
gamers.
success, we saw the birth
We
of a
as
genre,
gamers.
even if it didn't have a name yet.
The
Games
most
like
boring,
Doom that were
gray,
in the same
stain,
perspective and used the same
shit-stained
non-linear
generation
level design
console.
were simply
Yeah.
called Doom clones.
You either like
Yeah,
it,
they weren't-
I
they weren't
mean,
first
there's not much
person
else you can do
shooters,
but
they
like
weren't-
it, I
they
guess.
didn't have a name.
Oh,
They
you
were
can not
Doom
like it.
clones.
You can pirate
The
everything.
Doom clone,
That's
or
always a-
boomer
yeah,
shooters,
bro.
as we now lovingly
Boomer
refer to them,
shooters.
peaked then with the build engine.
These
being
are called
the most
boomer
popular
shooters?
being
I refuse to
Duke
believe
it.
Nukem
Yep.
3D. If we compare Doom to Duke,
We really
see
calling
a
this
very
boomer
similar
shooters, huh?
gameplay structure, but Duke added a voiced protagonist and numerous new interactive elements. This is how a
was
genre
very dull oriented.
iterates. it starts by using a known formula, and then it adds elements that create its own identity. The Doom clone finally became the first-person shooter with the release
PS3
of games
360
like
was
Quake,
bad.
Unreal,
I mean,
and Half-Life. It's
I
worth
like the
noting that
360
while Quake
era.
was a
I had
fully
so
3D
many fond
game,
memories of the
its gameplay was
360.
still
Not so
fairly
much
derivative
PS3.
of Doom's,
Right.
and it wasn't until Half-Life
For
that
me,
we
I mean,
saw
it's subjective.
structural
For me,
change
Ree,
to shooters.
I would say
When
that's
Doom
like
dropped you into its
my
levels to
golden
explore and
era.
search for
But
key cards to
that's
progress,
subject to
Half-Life
change for a lot of
told
people.
story and started the player out by introducing them to its protagonist and world before plunging them into disaster. Half-Life
Well, I had
was a
Mass Effect
next-gen
3.
game,
I had
and
no,
was
I
a
had Mass
shining
Effect
example
the
of
whole
how
trilogy.
genre
Max
changed.
Payne.
Right.
Scripted sequences,
GTA
NPCs,
4.
and
That's a great
world
example.
that reacted to the player were new things for gamers to interact with and experience that had never been presented as part of a full package before.
I want
There
to
you
play
go. So they just went
Eat Lead.
from
Eat Lead looked like a
the
good game.
origins of the first ultra popular first-person shooter
Uh-huh.
to when it truly evolved with Half-Life,
Evolved?
correct? Now take a look at the origins of Assassin's Creed and where it is today.
Oh, being a doomer.
Assassin's Creed 1 versus Assassin's Creed
Wait,
Mirage.
is he being a doomer like this?
Are there modernizations?
Do I
Yeah,
have
the
it?
graphics are better. Some of the
Is he being a
controls
doomer
are
like
easier,
this?
better. Ultimately, it hasn't
I need to get
convinced
the
at
other
all.
one.
They haven't done
I need to find the
anything
other
to
picture.
try
I
to
might
be
have the
innovative.
other picture.
Instead, they've just
Yeah, let's see
gone
what
in
I
a
can do
circle,
with it.
right? It's a lot. Take a look
Okay,
at
let
Call
me
of
see.
Duty.
I might be able to
How
get the
did
other
Call of
picture.
Duty evolve over these years? Did it?
Evolve?
Well,
Yeah, we evolved.
better graphics, weird double jumping, wall running, cartoony things, big flashy gadgets, more guns. But ultimately, is Call of Duty really any different? Well, since basically
Why do we still
Modern
get
Warfare
it
2,
then?
No. I would say the first Call of Duties, which were military shooters, were very different, and they
like
did
this one the
evolve into
best.
Modern Warfare.
I really like this
Then
picture
since
the
it became
best.
Modern Warfare, it's just
I'm
been
gonna
Call of
save
Duty
this
every year,
one.
and it's exactly the same. You know? Sad. So this guy has very valid
go.
points here about how things are not structurally evolving anymore.
Structurally
stagnated.
evolving.
They've keep pumping out the same style, the same.
Then why do we
style,
keep
the
buying it
same
then?
Style of game.
Black
Yeah,
Ops
here
was
you go.
fine. I agree.
Starfield. You want to talk about a game that did not innovate at all?
That's everyone's
and
go-to
screwed everything
answer
up
was
for
to
for
say
their company,
World at War.
Starfield.
I will
It
say
plays
World
like a
at
cool
War
game.
was
It
pretty
doesn't
good
feel
game.
fresh at all.
A pretty
There's
great
zero
game.
Structural improvements at all.
But
right?
like I said, I have too many memories of Black Ops 1.
GTA 5.
Same with the
Rockstar,
Assassin's
outdated.
Creed one.
I guess what they're saying is because it seems like it's going to follow the same thing again. Let's actually watch that. GTA 5. I want to see what he thinks about GTA 6.
Do we really care what this guy thinks about GTA
Real-time
6?
content, GTA 6 will be an insanely expansive game. The
Black
amount
Ops 2
of
is the
things
best.
on
Yeah, that's
screen,
all subject to
the
change.
draw distances,
I
and
still
the
I don't
fidelity of
remember
the
Black
characters
Ops 2 that
is
much, but I remember
absolutely stunning.
vividly.
If
Black
you
Ops
actually
1.
think this is representative of the final game, which I don't believe
It's
it
a
is,
fucking
but-
trailer.
All of that will be severely undermined if Rockstar doesn't change their design philosophy regarding missions and objectives. Some of the biggest complaints with Rockstar's last two games, GTA 5 and
Black
Red
Ops
Dead
2 was
Redemption
great.
2, are that they have very
Yeah, I just don't remember that
restrictive
much of
mission
Black Ops
design.
2.
Their
I remember the
sandboxes are
questionable
phenomenal, but when
emblems
you
that
get
people used to
linear
make in Black
missions
Ops
that
1.
progress the story, you
Yeah,
have
that
to
was
play
very,
them the way
there was a
Rockstar
lot.
wants you to play them.
And me
diverging from that in
knifing all
any
the
way
people in gun
results
games.
in
The
failure.
best way to
Many
play
people
it.
call this
If you want people to
outdated,
Grinch
and I
you,
refer
if you
to
want to
it
Grinch
as
people,
restrictive. So
Yeah.
which is it?
Modern Warfare 2
Outdated
Search and Destroy,
or
always top
restrictive?
tier.
It's
Go
both.
left.
We see
Both?
the mission design in Rockstar's recent games as outdated
Oh yeah, I know what I was
because
doing.
it is so restrictive.
I need to add
There's
this
no
one.
reason
I need to
in
add the
games with
updated
so much
Doomer
freedom
Jack.
in their open worlds that I should fail a mission because I walked a few steps off course or I landed.
Red
my
Dead
jet
2 is
ski.
overrated.
There are few worse feelings
I mean, for what it
in
was, I
gaming
really
than
did
coming up
enjoy
with an
Red Dead
idea
2.
to
It
solve
was
a
just fun
problem,
going around
and
like
then
doing stuff.
realizing that the game
Maybe
won't
because I
allow
played,
you to
I just
because
watched
of its
Django
limitations.
Yeah.
before
Within
playing
reason,
it,
this
so I
would
really
say
got into the
A
world.
game that did a
There
little
we
bit better
go.
than that was Watch Dogs. Not Watch Dogs 1,
Watch
but 2.
Dogs.
Watch Dogs 2 had some missions that
There
you
we
could
go.
do
We
in
got
different
Doomer
ways.
Jack right here.
And they
Yeah,
were
you could be a
creative
Doomer
and
like
fun
this.
ways, and I liked that. You didn't have to do it always the same way, and also it had good writing around that.
Maybe
it
we
felt
could
like
put
you were
him
more in
somewhere.
control of the
Hey, let
things
me
that you
see.
were
Maybe
doing.
we can put him
Well,
somewhere.
I'll agree. With GTA, have they really even innovated at all?
Put him like right
since
here.
3? It's the same structure. I mean, yeah, there's improved
Oh, we're
controls
agreeing with
and
this
things,
guy.
but it's really
Don't
the
worry,
same
Dave.
game
You're gonna get a
over and over,
collab with
right?
this dude, right?
Okay, good video. Check it out from D.
Good video. Go check it out if you want to see the full thing. I'm not
gonna.
gonna watch the full thing here.
Okay, we'll do one more before we split the part.
All right, one more. Good. Thank you for splitting the part. Thank you for telling me you're splitting the part.
Vegans, they're going to a restaurant in Osaka, Japan. Okonomiyaki. I've heard of this, but I don't know what okonomiyaki actually is. So it's a Michelin star rated restaurant? Okay.
Oh, that's what it was. Tenkaichi. Tenkaichi 3. Oh, yeah. I think that was on the PS2,
I've had
it?
this soda
I feel
before.
like it was.
It's a very sweet carbonated soda that you can get. It's Japanese
Thank
soda.
you. I'm saying
Yeah,
pop right
there's
now.
different
The
flavors you
Japanese
can get.
pop. Yeah.
So, 2 mini okonomiyaki. Oh, they're making it right in front of you, huh? Okay. Interesting. How does this made?
How is this made?
Right, it's a hibachi grill right in front of you. Oh, okay. So squid, shrimp, scallop, oyster.
No, he
noodle,
just plays
and pork
games
belly.
like walking sims, like Half-Life
Interesting
2.
combination. That's a lot of stuff. Yamaimo yaki. The #1 item with chunky scallop and pork loin. Okay, they're getting 2 different kinds.
It's always going back to food every single
The
time.
batter's with Japanese yam as the binder instead of the usual flour, so they're using yams. Okay.
Baby, get to
So what
the
do they do? Fry it up like a
yams.
pancake?
Get to
All that
the
together?
yams. Show me the
What's
way.
that? Is that bonito flakes? What is that they put on here? It looks like bonito flakes, which is smoked salmon flake, right?
We're heavily, yeah, we know everything
Salmon
about this
flake?
food,
I
huh?
don't remember. What kind of fish flake? Do they paste it, or they paint
You're
it
banned
with
on
some kind of
site?
sauce, like teriyaki sauce
I
or
expected
something?
no other way.
And another sauce. So the Yamaimo yaki is done first. Okay.
That's how you keep people on their toes.
You just eat it right off of there, huh? Wow, that's the freshest you can get.
I'm doing photography
So
right
it's
now.
not solid. It's
leave me
gooey, but
be.
it's a seafood version. Yeah, look.
We're having this
Fresh
in-depth
fried scallop,
conversation over what I sell, by the way.
pork loin too. Wow, all that in one thing. It's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. I agree. That is crazy.
Can't get fresher than that.
And I'm still taking
Ooh,
photos.
look at that.
Shroom got me
Egg
to
on
take
top.
photos, so now I'm definitely
Whoa.
taking photos. Hey, you can get good angles.
Sauce. Two kinds
Don't
of
be
sauce,
mad.
3 kinds
It
of
was a fast
sauce. I
one.
don't even know what it is. Slather that
I'm having
on.
fun with my game.
Whoa. Modern yaki. So not traditional, more modern version.
Modern yaki.
So much sauce. Look at that.
Whoa,
Man,
look
all
at
kinds of
that.
types of stuff in
You
there.
guys see that? So good, man.
This was so good. She likes it better than the other one, huh? Tons of noodles. The noodles are a great addition to the balance of sauciness.
Oh,
Okay.
we're critiquing the food now. Just in case they
Yum,
might see the
nice and
video,
fresh.
we gotta make sure they know the food is pretty good. Oh, it's not.
Looking back, our first visit here was actually quite frightening. Why was it frightening?
Frightening.
Huh?
Huh? What?
That time it was too salty for us. Oh, really?
Oh, really? Hmm? Oh?
This time they were seasoned just right for our taste buds and were so yummy. Are they saying that they might have screwed it up the first time?
Yes, that's
Huh.
what they were saying.
That's called okonomiyaki. It's a
We
fresh
Googled this.
noodle made
Yeah,
right
we probably
in front of you,
Googled
fried
this.
up on a hibachi grill right in front of you. Interesting. I don't think I would be able to get, like, there's nowhere around here that does that, so I wouldn't ever be able to get that. I'd have to find, like, a restaurant that serves that kind of stuff.
Feels bad, man. Dave can't
All right,
find a
guys,
good place for it.
Gals and everyone.
Guys and
thank you.
gals.
Great show so far. Good, really good variety of stuff this week. Like, the
Oh,
videos
good
are kind of all
variety.
over the place,
Mhm.
but that's totally fine, right? I'm enjoying myself.
Isn't
Hope you
that the
guys are
point
too.
of this show?
Thank you for watching DSP versus the
Oh,
Internet. If
JC
you
is
want to be
here.
part of the fun and submit videos for the show next week, become
Don't
a
worry,
member
we'll
today.
ban you eventually.
Submissions tier means you get into this random playlist we're watching right now. Ultra tier means we're guaranteed to watch your videos up front, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. See you in part
Have you try
5.
Whack Donos? Rack Arnold's?
All right, guys, we've got roughly an hour left on the
Yeah.
show. Again,
I like Rack
I
Arnold's.
appreciate
I
you all
like
hanging out with me. It would be great if you could support the channel in some way. Right now, literally no super chat, no new
Do the rundown,
and 1 tip since the show started.
Cool.
All the contributions that you see below besides that are literally from the podcast. So if you could support the show today, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I bet
know
it
you
would.
guys like it. You come out for it.
I know you guys like it.
Please support it if you can. Let me just stretch my legs for a minute here. And then
Yeah,
we
go
will
stretch your
continue
legs.
for
You
one
might
more
want
hour.
to.
How do you do ultra tier? You can upgrade. If you're not at ultra tier now, you can do an upgrade by clicking the membership area, I believe. I think you can just type !membership as well. Let me check.
Oh, can you? All right, go ahead.
I think
Get to
that
it.
command works.
All right, double check if it works real quick.
Or maybe it doesn't. There it is. So if you click on that link, you should have the options for membership, and you can be able to upgrade via there. Okay? All right, let me stretch my legs.
I probably won't get it. Oh, God. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, look how much fun we're having right now.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I mean, the fries are still good. Yeah, the fries are... Oh, my God. You okay?
Excuse
me. Got a frog in my throat.
Okay.
Okay. We're good, right?
Hey, Bronze Monk says, I prefer tipping on PayPal. I don't want to give YouTube money. That's your prerogative. There's so many ways you can contribute to support.
You can still tip me any other way.
Patreon.com/darkside There's the live stream contributions like super chats.
Yeah, don't you love the?
Yeah, it's all good. You know.
Got two names, bro. You're not helping him with the mic. You helped the one dude with the mic.
We're now to the final hour. Okay. All right, here we go.
Right, there we go. Imagine that. Imagine I wanted to help a small-time YouTuber. Another small-time YouTuber.
ESP versus the Internet rolls on. Episode 55 here for Sunday, the 10th of March, 2024. I hope that you're all enjoying. Let's continue on. These are the submissions tier videos where all the submissions tier members have, posted up. And we're just basically watching them in order. I did hit shuffle. And then it proceeded
to good. We did hit
order,
shuffle.
Meaning it shuffled to part 1, which is fine. I'm not sure how far we are, but
love last night's stream when he got destroyed. Yeah, he got chased away from Tekken. We don't even want to play it no more. We don't even want to do the final stream of it.
Least corrupt country in the world.
The 5th least corrupt country in the world, and that's Singapore, and that's one of the countries that we talked about.
Stop trying to educate DSP on Singapore. My God, man.
People saying they feel like Singapore is too restrictive.
There's nothing new.
Some of the laws take away too many of.
Is that what Slayer thinking?
People for them to have.
I could have played WWE.
Law and order.
I just set up the PlayStation now. I'll probably do that later.
Then you're not gonna have as much crime
on the
problems. For example,
on the purple platform.
They don't have a lot of pollution. They don't have a lot
I've been
of
playing it
issues
so far.
with car congestion, but that's because the only reason is not only do you have to buy the car in Singapore, you have to pay a licensing fee to drive it.
Is that right?
Several years amounts to tens of thousands of dollars.
Hey, what's up,
like I think
Double
they said 5 years, like $30,000.
Okay.
So imagine buying a car and then immediately have to pay the same price again to drive the car for like 5 years.
I know you're not in the Twitch chat, but this could be just as good too.
That makes it uneconomical for a lot of people to drive. Therefore, there aren't a lot of cars in Singapore, and the roads are clear.
You make wrestlers for viewers. I only
made
like
a double-edged sword,
the Wolf Pack,
right?
The new Wolf Pack
nice
2.0. That's all I made so far.
And the restrictedness of life worth it, right?
I'm not the best with creation.
Who the heck are the top 4? If Singapore's number 5, right? Who is considered the next 4? I would be very curious to hear that. Okay, but anyway, let's continue.
This according to the latest index by Global which ranks 180.
I couldn't get the video working, but you know what? That's fine. You leave it.
Now, on a scale,
it's good having you here, Double A.
100,
you ain't gonna get no more.
100, very clean. Singapore earned a score of 83 last year. That's the same as the year before.
I'm also curious, like, who'd be the most corrupt country? Who do they think are like the highest, most corrupted countries, and where would the United States rank? Right?
Yeah, where would it rank?
These scores reflect the views of experts and business people with data from 13 external sources such as the World Bank and the World Economic Forum. Certain types of
But yeah,
corruption,
I only
such
made
as
the new
money
wolf
laundering,
pack.
are
I didn't make
not
any other
mentioned.
lolcows. I
Money
might make
laundering is not measured.
some kick
Why not?
lolcows. I might make crazy talk.
I wonder why. That's definitely corruption.
Or maybe Pastor.
Looking at the
But Pastor hasn't been
Oh, here we
doing
are.
much.
Denmark, Finland,
Denmark?
New Zealand, Norway,
Uh-huh.
and Singapore. What the?
What the?
3 of them are right next to each other. And likely you would think they're probably similar in governmental structure. Is that New
How much is
Zealand down
Slayer
there?
giving
I
us
don't know
behind the
which
scenes and
one
want to
is
have
the one
all these
that's,
in-depth discussions
that's
about
way apart
Singapore,
from
man?
everything? Because Singapore is the bottom right.
Oh,
correct?
is it? Hmm.
So then, what is I'm horrible at geography. People make
Man,
fun of
we
me.
really doing this.
Okay. I don't know which
We gotta
one
be
is
educated.
Singapore
We
and
gotta be
what's the other
highly
one.
educated right now.
Because Denmark, Finland, and Norway are near each other, correct? So the one over there to the right, but not all the way to the right.
We
is
still
New
waiting for
Zealand.
Slayer to say something.
Okay. I had no clue New Zealand was there. I'm serious. I had no idea.
There
I
we
didn't
go.
know it
We're
was-
ignorant. We're
That's not even
ignorant
seen on a
Americans,
map.
so sorry. Forgive me, Slayer.
New Zealand is the one that's off of the coast of Australia. So Singapore is the one near mainland Asia. And then New Zealand is way off there. off the
Want
coast
a
of
free
Australia.
month of
Okay, I
Peacock.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, I
had
think
no
I'm
idea.
good. I'm
Okay.
already paying my $5.
I wonder why those particular countries are rated so low in corruption. I'd be fascinated to study that.
Are we really gonna look this up? We're gonna do this in our free time, huh?
Ranks the top, followed
Yeah, I
by
guess we
Finland,
are.
then New Zealand, and Norway, with Singapore in 5th position there. When compared with other territories in the region, Singapore maintained its position at the top of the index, followed closely by Hong Kong and then Japan.
Hong Kong is still independent, correct?
Yeah,
They're
I'm not sure, man.
part of
I don't
China,
need
they're
it, but yeah,
independent,
if somebody
do
else
their own
wants it,
thing.
feel free.
In its report, Transparency International says that it's noticed a trend of weakening justice systems worldwide. It adds that the decreasing accountability for public
Oh yeah, and I
officials
forgot. I can
has
see if
allowed
I can
corruption to
stream
thrive.
Resident Evil 5.
I mean,
Just thanks to
you
Sunspot.
could be a public official.
I won
you
a
could
copy
make a bunch
of Resident Evil 5. Or maybe.
you know, awful decisions, choices.
It's on
You
Steam,
do
so
all
we
kinds of
gotta
messed
we gotta
up
see
stuff,
if we can do it.
and get away with it, basically. Oh, because I'm a public official, so you know I'm not accountable. What? No, actually, public officials should be more accountable because your actions could actually hurt so.
Oh
many
my
people
God,
around you,
man.
Right, the results of your actions.
Uh-huh.
Imagine pushing through a law or a change that affects everyone in your country, and then it screws everything up for them because you didn't think it through before you passed it, and now there's no repercussions for that. You're a public official, you're fine, right? Or even worse, you're outright breaking laws and things, and you're
Video
not
on
being
one's
held accountable
Peacock.
for it,
I
right?
guess you can get it right there.
It's not good. All right. Anyway, I get it.
All
Singapore
right,
is not very
anyway.
corrupt. I was actually more fascinated to see the other ones that weren't corrupt. So, all right, let's continue. Oh, okay, I've heard about this. Just take a look at this ad. This is a real ad. I'm not interested in your udon. Keep it to yourself. Hey, you're so annoying.
He has the word at his fingertips, he doesn't look it up. Yeah, he got chat there. Why would you bother to use Google when you can just ask
What
the
were you
chat
guys
and they
saying
might get it
about
wrong?
There's no ramen noodles tie-ins with Final Fantasy VII like there was in Final Fantasy 15. Wrong.
Wrong.
It's just not in the game. It's in this commercial. This is a real commercial over in Japan.
Uh-huh.
It's the real voice actors, too, from the game doing it.
Oh, is it?
I have to eat the noodles.
Oh man, dude, we having fun,
Here you
huh?
go. It's obvious all they're doing is they're poking fun, you know.
Obviously, man, it's a commercial about ramen noodles.
That's you know, silly.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
agree.
serious.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whoa, folded man stands up straight after 28 years following surgery. Really? Damn. So his spine is contorted and he can't unbend, right?
Ooh,
Holy shit.
that sounds like a rough life. Jesus, man.
8 years of his life.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Oh my god, this is just his life. Ankylosing spondylitis. So he's been like that since 18. Look at this. His family couldn't afford to get.
He's like him.
Wow.
Dave might want to be careful with, I guess how he's sitting and
Shit.
stuff.
That's terrible.
You don't say. You don't say that's terrible.
God. You saw that, right? You saw the X-ray?
Yes, I saw that, Dave.
I wasn't there.
Welcome,
Bones
welcome.
fused.
Hello, hello. We're watching a folded man right now, and Dave is telling me how terrible it is, because I couldn't see for myself.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, look, you see it?
His chin is stuck to his chest.
Romance cat? I don't know. You never want a romance cat when it's time for you to save her. She was looking for you out the goddamn window to save her.
Awful.
Where were you? Nowhere. And dude has the stream on, and he left the stream. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Exactly.
What is this? You should know
the
what it
body's all
is.
deformed and messed up, and all the organs are working differently than they're intended because of this. Like, that's
the
so
capital
messed
of
up.
Thailand is Bangkok.
Well, let's fast
I'm sure
forward.
Crazy
I never
Tom
watched
knows
the
all
whole thing.
about
She goes
it.
through an extensive surgery. It looks like. Well, we can see his face.
Whoa, you can see his face? No way.
Huh.
I'm banking on it. I'm waiting for it. The ball is in his court now. The only thing I wish I did was get on the other account.
He's like, oh, you're still
If I know
recording?
that.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Come on, I gotta take a dump. Don't follow me there.
You might be inspired. I'm waiting for him. I'm gonna show off all the stuff you could do.
Well, he can actually, like, sit normally. I don't know if he'll be able to walk, right?
Worst
Oh, it just stands
disability.
up straight, so maybe he does.
Might have to look that up. I'm intrigued now.
This is the problem. As a result of this,
Tism?
Yeah, see, look.
Yeah, it is
He's reconstructing his
tism.
lumbar
I can do
spine.
2 things at
And it has to be
once.
so many surgeries.
Yeah, keep saying
breaking up the
tism.
bones that fused wrong. And
What is he
having it
doing
back to
now?
normal
Yeah, why didn't you
right?
boot up for it? It's called multitasking. And what else am I supposed to say here? Because you know this is gonna be a scam. You actually know it's gonna be a
Other
scam.
problems, like you see his eyes
Oh,
are
it's this
messed
dude.
up, his organs are messed up. You gotta hope that the guy ends up living a semi
You knew what this was
long
about.
and good life after this, but you gotta wonder about the repercussions of having so many problems as a result of that, right?
I think that was the guy with
Obviously, I
2
want to see
names.
the
I think he
end,
said
inspiring
it.
end here.
Yeah, he was in his feelings. Hey, what's up, home?
So they're replacing his hip joints because they're all screwed up. They have to give him new ones. Then he'll walk. Okay.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was you.
Wow, what an operation. Yeesh. Okay. Building his strength, but he never was able to do before.
Whoa, so inspirational. I can't wait for Dave to Whoa! You didn't have to. Thanks for the $2. We're almost on our way to 100. We're almost on our way to a payout. We're at like $40 now. We need $60 more. No, I told you, $60 more, then we can worry about that.
He'll do it.
Right now, it's kind of just sitting there. It's just gonna be sitting there for God knows how long. I'm waiting for that oil bearing to show up.
You know, crazy. He has to work and build up these muscles and everything. Yeah, it's gonna be so long. It's probably gonna take like a year or 2 of rehabilitation, I bet, to get him to be able to move around normally. And, wow.
Yeah, see, insure,
Awesome.
insure super chat. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Wow.
Cool.
Cool. Amazing.
He's gonna go see his family.
You don't say.
Cool. Inspiring and heartwarming, right? That was cool. All right.
Oh, that was cool. Look how quick he skipped it. It was an uplifting story. He was like, all right, so cool. Then he just left.
Food and rent. And now you have none left for your Roblox microtransaction.
He said face pages, you mean money? Like there's a face on a page?
Oh
Like
my god, dude.
You know people.
You get it?
will
Like a
sometimes
face
give
on the
out face
page, he
pages.
means money.
Face
Yeah.
pages.
We're agreeing with their emails.
We
in
still
a bizarre
giggling to
ritual
ourselves.
Called a job. But you don't know
A
what
job.
you want.
Oh, this is a troll
Introducing
video. Dave, click away.
RogRecruiter.com, your last resort for
Wait, the
jobs.
ROG recruiter?
Your
The
last
LTG
resort.
make
Step
this?
along the way,
Who calls
from
Who calls people a
identifying
ROG?
employers
He's
who
the
are
only
just as
one.
desperate as you are to impressing the
Yeah, this is a troll
gatekeepers
video.
who determine if you are good enough at
Y'all
writing
accuse me of
resumes
long
to
stroking.
live.
Y'all
The
be
delayed-
The delayed notification.
We be stroking.
If you don't get one, you'll die. So,
You can put the
let's
code.
get started.
Well, I'm sure whoever
ahead.
redeems is gonna
Type
appreciate
That's
it.
great.
your
Joker.
dream job.
Thank you for being very generous.
Oh, dream big.
Hello, applicant. How would you like to be Dullcorp's next corporate spreadsheet donkey?
I want to be a project manager. Who is she?
This is how I make money. Desperate hiring managers pay me to show dead-end jobs to unqualified losers. Which reminds
There
me,
you go. Look at him trying to laugh the pain away.
Unqualified loser.
Like, I'm not unqualified. I
could
got a
show
job.
you
I'm a
better
businessman.
job
I run a
listings
YouTube
for
channel.
300 face pages a month.
Whoa.
I don't have any face pages. That's why I'm here.
This was
Well
Dave
then,
when he got
let's
let go
hear
from the
the
helicopter
mouth.
job.
Oh, yes, very exciting.
Oh my god.
Entry-level job opening.
Know what?
Requirements
This wasn't
for
Dave.
years
He
of
wishes this was
experience,
Dave.
5 Super Bowl
Yeah,
rings,
it's-
supernatural powers beyond human comprehension, proficiency in Excel, obviously, and the base pay is $15,000
Nice parody.
to $500,000 depending on
Yeah.
experience.
I don't think I'm Dole Corp material.
Now's not the time to be picky, donkey boy. Statistically, you'll
Boy?
need to apply
Why you
to
call him
200
boy?
jobs
Uh-oh.
before this nightmare can
This
end.
dude's
you
gonna
go.
get canceled in like a few years down the line.
God, I'm good.
He's gonna get canceled. So
Can I get a hee-haw?
they waiting for him to die. They waiting for him to die so they can cancel him.
But what
Anthony,
actually is going
Thanks
on
for
at
the
least in
five,
the United
5
States,
pounds.
if you guys don't know.
this is
Okay?
fire for the nest egg or your
Sadly-
rainy day fund. Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
All
I'm checking the weather
job-
right now to see when it's raining so I
The
can use
whole
the
job
money.
search
That's the only way I
thing
can use it.
has become completely automated.
It
What I
hasn't
mean
been
by
raining
that
that
is,
long. Maiden.
Let's say back in the day, the way
What
it
you
used to
doing
work,
here?
you had to go to the job.
He's
looking
just
for a
playing
job,
jobs
can I
right now, so
apply?
you might
Okay,
want to
well,
pay
we have an
attention.
department for that. You
Everyone
can
who
talk
doesn't
to
have a
one of the
job or
personnel
looking for a new
there.
job,
They'll
there
give
you
you
go.
an application. We can ask you if you're qualified. Fill out the app, and maybe we'll call you back. We'll have an in-person interview. We'll determine if you're
We
qualified.
explained in the job
Then it went to
process.
like online. It was like, okay, you go online, you see what jobs are available, you get a resume, you post up or whatever. Now what's happened is
What
it's
happened?
literally all automated.
How do we
What I
know?
mean by that is there's no
When was the
employee to
last
do it
time?
anymore
Okay,
at any
I'm
business.
letting them cook.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just you pay one of these services to list your company, to list the criteria,
Mm-hmm.
and to basically list everything needed of the job. All right. And then you, as the person looking for a job, will have to go to one of these like third-party sites. You don't even go direct to the employer anymore.
He's doing this for anyone
Now
that
you
wants
go
to
one
apply
of
for
these
DSP
third-party
Gaming.
employment sites.
He might be looking for
where all these
employees
jobs are
one day,
posted.
and
You
he's
post
giving
up
them the
your
walkthrough.
information, like, oh, here's what I'm qualified for, and then it like auto matches you automatically.
What we doing with
Okay,
our
to the
hands?
job.
Be a long stroking.
And then what'll happen is
Y'all
you'll
be
get a
long
communication.
stroking
Hey,
That's
FYI,
And he's definitely
you've
long
been
stroking
matched.
We be stroking.
Click here to apply, and you'll go to the online form. You fill it out. I'll apply.
Yeah,
You
if there
might or
were
might not get a
jobs in
call
his
back. If you get a
sector,
call back, you might
yeah,
get an
he will be
interview.
going
A
down
lot of these
these,
interviews are no
steps.
longer in person; they're over the phone. Or
The
you have to go
phone?
through like several waves of interviews before
You
you
can't
can
just
get
play
to the
WWE
in-person
champions on it?
interview and then get
You
the
can call
job.
people?
But
Whoa.
here's the problem with this,
What's the problem?
and particularly this happened around COVID time.
Oh, of course.
It's all automated to the point where now
How do we know?
no one actually keeps anything updated.
How do we know?
So you'll go to one of those
How many jobs do we
places
apply to?
to post.
Is this cat
and
situation?
It'll be like, oh, here's all these jobs. And you post up, you don't ever hear back. Why?
He's speaking
Because those
for
jobs don't
Cat.
exist. They never updated anything. It says
never
they're
did.
there. It keeps trying to auto recruit, and there's no one there at the other end to actually like deal with it. Or, for example, they'll say, okay, you've been matched, you know, apply. Okay, you're qualified. You should hear from someone soon. You don't hear anything. Like,
Yeah,
what?
this was him.
So
He had to do his own thing.
He'll be like, hey, you know,
God,
I'm here. I
we
was
use
matched
fucking
up
spamming in the
online
Twitch
to your
chat.
business
I
and
see
saying
it
that
popped
you're
up.
hiring and
Oh,
everything.
Perk, you're
You're like,
here.
oh no, we're not hiring for that.
Yeah,
what are you
we're
talking
lazy
about?
right now.
It's literally online right now. It says you're hiring for that. No, I don't have any positions for that. I don't know what you're talking about. And it'll hang up on you.
There we go.
Or, all right, I'll eventually be able to deal with you.
I
when
agree,
have
actually,
time.
man.
I'll get back to you. And you might wait.
We gotta chase the
weeks
dragon right
before
now.
you even get a call.
A little
from the
space
business
between
if
there.
you ever get a
You're
real
good
call,
IRL.
right?
Wouldn't you
Because
like
this is
to
what's
know?
happened is they basically don't want people full-time doing this kind of stuff anymore when they should. Now, there are major corporations that do it right.
Yeah, chase that dragon.
Romeo and
That
Juliet.
our government is touting as
Get them
big
off the
job.
screen.
The job market's amazing. It's
I don't
not.
know.
It's these shitty
Yo,
jobs
it's off the
where
screen now.
no one
We're
is
still talking
professional.
about this, by the way.
No one is trained to handle anything.
No one's
professionally.
trying. How do we
So
know?
you don't get treated like a respectable person looking for employment. If you get lucky,
Very
absolutely
sad
lucky,
boy hours.
if you get any kind of real attention or a human
Was he
touch,
shooting
or
up
somebody that
heroin?
knows
'Cause he's a
anything about what's
junkie.
going on. Okay, It's
I'm not putting the
ridiculous.
context
And
here.
that's
That's
how
got
it
two
is a
names
lot
job.
in the
So,
United
there you
States
go.
right now. And it's like, well, how did we get there? Because everything got
Just
lazy,
insulin?
everything got
Whatever you
automated,
say.
right? A lot of jobs are operating on like skeleton crews. They're operating with people who don't actually
I don't
have
have
the
that
proper
cool
training
command.
or management to do the jobs they're doing. They just flub it, you know? A lot of this has actually happened.
It's
in,
pretty obvious to see it's not
not
heroin,
management,
but
excuse me,
I'm
retail
putting that out
positions
there because it makes
and
me
retail
laugh.
jobs and restaurants and things like that. This is what's happened, okay? And it's sad
It's sad.
because we claim that we're a country where employment's big.
All
and
right, back to hating
it's really
America
not.
now.
It's actually the opposite. It's actually becoming harder and harder to get meaningful employment. There's jobs now.
We're getting
Listen,
bombarded right now.
Ready for this?
No, I
You
know.
get hired for the job, and you're told you're going to get a certain amount of hours a week.
I'm
You
chatting,
get
but
there,
listen, I appreciate
and then
you guys
you're told, oh,
Yeah?
actually, you get this many
thank you guys,
hours, which is
and
way less.
How do we know any of this? We're judging this based off the jobs Cat
hours
has
that we do
from a grocery
hired
store.
for. But you have to trade hours with other people here.
Yes, because other people are working there and they need the hours. They gotta
The job
manage
is
it.
purposefully
than what I am.
overhire, and then basically the people who are like headhunters for hours
Oh, you're
get
good,
all the
Mary.
hours because they negotiate with the
It's
other
making me
employees
laugh.
to get the hours. It
That
doesn't
man
make
is
sense.
terrible.
You
You would
hire
never
me
be
to
a
work
member of the action
20,
league.
30, 40 hours a week.
Not
and when
under
I get to
the
job,
the
actually,
management
we
that
only
he's
do
under
5
now.
hours. But if you negotiate, you can take other people's hours. How does that make sense?
The streamer in the shower
That's
that's
how a lot of
been
these
going
jobs
for
are operating too.
hours.
It's like,
I don't think I remember
huh?
that one.
So this is true. Like,
Action
it's
Man.
hilarious.
That's the only one I
the
think
good
of.
jobs will have insanely unreachable criteria. You need to have unlimited experience, which you can't have if you're looking for the job.
I don't
How
think
can
she
you have
was
that
gonna
level of
show
experience
feet.
yet, right? You need to have all these qualifications you can't
There was
get.
one that was
and
showing
that's the
booba
good
that got
job.
banned.
The rest of the jobs that are out there are all, no qualifications needed, just apply.
Oh yeah, no jobs in the
apply,
job
and you get
sector
treated
now.
like shit.
Uh-huh.
You get slapped around, you get pushed around, you wait for a month, you
Yep.
don't get
This is
called
why
back,
Dave
you get
couldn't
fired,
get a
the
job no
job's
more.
Nothing like what they promised you, but hey, it's unqualified work.
He was
so,
sick of the
oh, well,
abuse.
just be happy you have this employment, right?
Mm.
This is exactly how it's going here in the United States. It's shit, you know? And when I
Yeah,
listen
we
to the
long
news,
stroking this so long.
and you have these stories that come out about, oh, employment is up, the jobs are up and all this. It's like, but where are those jobs? Are these meaningful
Where
jobs? That are leading to
meaningful
careers?
jobs?
Something you
Oh, I
can do
can't
your
wait
whole
for him
life,
to get to
something
this
that's
on the
gonna give you
politics
full
channel.
benefits like health insurance, paid time off, sick time, maternity leave, any of that.
This is the
Or
same
a
speech he
job
tells
that
Cat.
You get 5 hours a week, negotiate with other employees to get hours, bust your ass at the job because no one trains you. Just
Yeah, this
love
is
it.
all going off the
Try to make
information
it
that
work,
Cat
be
does on
stressed out,
when she
hate
was
your
going
job,
through a
hate your
job.
life. That's American employment right now.
That's American
Unless you have
employment. Every job.
monstrous overqualification,
Every
don't
job
tell
is
me
like
how
that.
You get that unless you're rich. I mean, I don't get it. Because the thing is, they're joking there with the qualifications that they were saying. But in reality, what a lot of the qualifications are like, okay, if you want this good job,
This man hasn't
you
had a
have
job
5
in 15
years of experience.
years.
Well, how do you get 5 years of experience? Because when you were in school, You didn't have to work to pay for school.
And whatever he
rich.
sees on Twitter.
So instead, you did.
We see a couple of people on Twitter
that got you years of experience while you were also at school. So then, when you graduate, you can immediately get the good job. But wait a minute, I'm not rich. I'm paying. For
I'm not rich. I wasn't born with a silver spoon
to make money to pay for my tuition. Well, fuck you.
Fuck
no
you,
job for you. You needed the experience. Well, I can't get the experience. I have to work to pay for school. Too bad. Oh, okay. So the rich people get free rides.
This is basically his attempt, his way of just
who's working,
saying that rich people need to
gets pushed to the
go
bottom.
unalive or whatever.
That's the American employment system right now.
Yeah, that's the American employment
It's pretty
system,
fucked up. And the funny part is, you'll never hear about this discussed in the news or anything.
Wait, what the fuck?
News media is controlled by the government. Even though they don't want to pretend like it is.
What is this tinfoil hat?
To one side or the other. And they always want to spin it in a way to make you feel like everything.
Oh, the tinfoil hat is firmly on our head now.
It's not. You know, it's pretty messed up, the way that things are going right now in the United States. Because this is supposed to be a joke video. But sadly, it's true. Just exaggerated. But it's
only Dave
true.
can turn something so fucking... What's the code? That's for Peacock. If you don't have Peacock, Joker's being...
All right. Anyway, guys,
generous
we've got a great show so far. We're going to split the part here. One more part for DSP versus the internet.
Yeah, that's what Slayer's trying to get him to do.
This has been a great
He's trying to get DSP so closer to him.
I'm curious to see what's next, okay?
Slayer's going to get that Dave skin suit in no time.
Bye-bye.
Showing him how good it is over there.
Okay. One more part to go, everybody. Derek, I'll see you tonight.
If you just take off the P from Peacock, then I guess.
Don't skip this. Skip what? I'm not skipping anything. We're going to continue. We're just going right in order now. Like, we're literally just watching this playlist in order. What's hilarious is you have idiot trolls in the chat.
Wow.
Saying that because I haven't personally applied for a job in the last 15 years, I don't know.
Now they're trolls because they're pointing out something.
Just because I haven't personally done it doesn't mean I don't have experience and knowledge of it. You're a moron, right?
Yeah, he doesn't
really,
expect people working while they're in school.
If you never cooked a gourmet meal, you don't know anything about the meal at all. You know, you couldn't have possibly looked.
Yeah, I don't know anything about life.
Know people who've been through that. You're an idiot.
You know one person, and she went through grocery stores.
I'm curious where we are.
All right, good.
I believe we are at.
All right, move on.
Video 10. So there's no way we're getting through all the videos this week. We're only at video 10, and
we spent too much time doing this.
Okay. Yeah, Cypress TV. I mean, they are incredibly dumb. You don't have to. It's true how dumb these people are.
Thanks for the work.
As you know, I live in a bubble, right?
Yeah, you do.
I live in a bubble. I have no interactions with any other.
You
people on the
don't.
planet. So if personally, I haven't been through something.
One person is Jasper looking for a job?
Correct. That's how these people think. They're actually that much of a simpleton brain.
Oh yeah, they must be simple.
What do they call them? The smooth brained, I believe.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how these people are.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, you ready for the final part?
Are we?
By the way, last chance to contribute to the stream if you could.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
If you could. Literally, we had one tip all stream.
One tip.
So anything in this last part would be appreciated.
Anything, please, guys.
A super chat, membership, gifted membership, or tip. All would be appreciated. Okay.
We were from talking about the job market to begging. Yeah, this is so much, bro.
Okay, everybody, it's time. It's time for the conclusion of episode 55 of DSP versus the internet. I hope you've enjoyed this week's show. There's been a great variety of clips, I feel. So thank you to everyone who submitted. Thanks to everyone who supported this channel via those memberships. Remember, if you want to be a part
Uncle
of
Sam
the show,
point,
become a member today. Submissions level members get put into this playlist where everyone has an equal chance to be watched, and ultra level members are guaranteed to be able to be watched next week and once a week. Okay?
You can get a job like this. Yeah, Dave could be a streamer like this. We can do IRL streams.
I'm a little nervous about
we can be doing this.
It's a real game show, and these typically get turned block.
Oh, you could be a stripper. You could get a lap dance. You could do lap dances.
These weird Japanese game shows, huh?
Dominicano was the straight He was the straightest
guy.
And feet with grip. Oh, Golden
No.
Boy has fucked it already.
This is why this is
Orange Wanker, Frogman, and Mr. Blue.
This is why this is my boy right here. My client. Where is he at? Did I have it?
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't add it here.
I would think so. If these are lubricated stairs, right?
What?
The strategy must be have absolutely as little touch of the stairs as possible, because every time you touch it, you're going to get more lubricated. So let's say, for example, when you're walking up,
Suspicious.
you just use the tips of your toes and the tips of your fingers. You get up a few stairs, but now that's
There you
lube.
go. That's
So now
good.
you start to stretch out a little more. Now you're using your whole fingers and maybe the whole front half of your foot. But now that's lube. So now you got to, because every time you step on a stair, if you don't have lubrication on that part of your body touching the stair, you should grip. But
Park,
then
we
that's
already
gonna have
got.
lube on
We
it.
seen everything.
see?
You gotta wait
So
for the
there's
book.
strategy to
Park,
it.
buy the audio
But
book
man,
when it
that's
comes
probably
out
very
eventually.
difficult to get to the top of that staircase, and also
I think
body weight has to be a
in
factor.
late
The heavier you
spring.
are, the harder it is.
Yeah,
If
you
you're
can get the
lighter,
audio
it's
book.
probably easier to maintain.
I'm pointing you
grip,
to the
right?
book every time until it comes out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's making a book right now.
With a spinny trick.
Yeah, you gotta be on Twitch too. That's for the Twitch viewers.
With
Nick.
such a move.
Such a move.
It doesn't take Daredevil long to regain the lead, though. He is almost at the treasure chest. Of
Yeah,
glory.
this
I
is
think
my
there's a check
client.
for 10
Yeah, look at
bucks
him,
is
risen
there.
up WNBA
no.
stars,
He's a goner.
and
Mr. Blue
proving he's
made
not
the
racist.
trouble beautifully there. Fuck me dead. That was bloody specky, mate. Ah, bugger. He
Yeah,
fucked it
these are
straight
totally
away
real
after
tweets.
doing a cool
I didn't
move. This guy
do
is
anything
one
with
that
them.
always
They totally
happens.
exist 100%.
Wow.
He's saying cool moves are for jackasses.
You're having a battle with them.
Meanwhile, Golden Boy has either broken his
Give
back
in to my
or he's
demands.
collecting his
I'm pretty sure he didn't break his back,
okay.
hopefully.
He's good. He's fucking golden. Frogman is the only one sticking it to Daredevil at the moment. I don't know what strategy he's
Oh, I might have a
implementing
better
here,
one.
however.
I might.
Fuck, I think he's gotten himself stuck.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, nah, he looks like a
He's
dickhead
still
that's
sliding.
stuck. It's only a matter of time before he plummets. Yeah, fuck, there he goes. Daredevil is a few steps from victory again, but it's not gonna happen.
Oh, no.
And look at him try to
I ain't
wipe out
got
the
one.
entire field.
Only got
How's
one,
bloody
Mike?
Golden Boy. He desperately
I
wants
need to
jump
get
over the
more.
avalanche. Unfortunately,
I
his
wonder if in the rules you're not allowed to touch the side.
Sorry.
Because I could see if you
JQ,
touch the
stop,
side,
stop,
that's extra
stop.
grip.
Stop.
Plus, I don't know if you could lubricate
Stop.
the sides of this stairwell.
Stop.
Right? Because the thing is, they keep
Stop
spilling
it.
down the middle. Well, if you're on the
Stop it.
side, they're going to miss.
We call
So why would you
DJ
stay on the
Diddy.
side so that way if
We're
someone
calling
falls, it doesn't
DJ
knock you
Diddy. He
down?
goes,
Yeah, we're
I
calling
am
DJ
Swagger.
Diddy. Oh.
They're gonna let
Maybe
you
it's
in
against
for
the
free.
rules. Maybe you're
Well, I don't know about
meant
now. I
to
just
have
threw
to
up
go
the
up the
Nazi
middle.
salute,
brain
and
in
I
his
look.
Yeah, I don't know about
does not
now.
Make it happen. Daredevil totally wanted to try and shit mix everyone.
Yes, he did. He
Gee
did it
whiz,
on
now
purpose.
it's time for a slow, sad montage. There's bloody Frogman getting stuck again. Golden Boy wants to fall on his fucking sword. The orange wanker has done nothing.
doing?
Nothing. Pinky was exhausted 5 minutes ago, and now Daredevil and Golden Boy sabotage each other.
Oh my God,
like
look at this.
classic
They
selfish
sabotaged each
humans.
other.
Then Frogman sneaks up on Daredevil, and he's like,
Oh, he is?
famous
Okay.
motherfucker.
Wow.
Golden Boy finally does a cool move.
It's not that
There's
Diddy.
a fair dinkum
Definitely
chance
not.
of getting to the top. Just one
You hate
point
what
in
happened to
front
Meek
of the
Mill.
other,
Oh, no.
although he gives Frogman every opportunity to catch
I can't
up.
even listen
There's a
to
wrestling match,
Dreams and
and
Nightmares no
down they
more.
go.
It's not even the
All
same.
way to the bottom together. The host cracks the shits. Pinky is ready to go home. The poor bastard has had enough. I tell you what, there's only one bloke who can truly end this. It's not Mr. Blue. It's not the orange wanker. It's gotta be Frogman. You know it.
Yeah,
I know it. It's gotta
it's a
be
shame
him.
what
Even
happened.
fucking Steve Aoki is like, come on, Frogman, do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. The only person that can fuck him is himself right now, and he's won.
He only had a
Fuck
few
himself.
good
He's got the
songs.
10
That's about
bucks.
it.
He's got the
He's
10
like,
bucks.
"Fuck yeah, that is a tremendous
He ain't going to
top-notch
DreamCon.
victory."
Wow.
Today's game is
Dreamville.
brought to
Yeah, he
you
ain't going
by
to Dreamville.
Suntory, I don't know. Who
Yo,
that is.
Dreamville's coming
Suntory's,
up.
liquor.
Yeah,
Japanese
Riley,
liquor.
North Carolina.
Anytime, make it. No, for a good time, make it Suntory time. That's right. That is absolutely silly. What a
Are you
weird show.
going
Japanese game shows
for
are all like
that
that,
way
right?
for
There's
Vulture
tons of them
too?
that are like that.
You
Weird
gotta
stuff.
get it on the
So the review is fun, too.
Yeezy.com
Commentary on
album.
the
You
review
can't
is
get
fun,
it
too.
anywhere else. He's done.
What do you
Aww.
say to young men who come to you for advice?
I don't know
I
when
don't
I'll
know
listen to it
how this is gonna
now.
work because it looks like already the video had issues. You can see oh, you can't see it. There's a live icon and it's been flipped. So they've
It's been
already
flipped?
had to like flip the show to not get claimed on YouTube. I wonder if this is gonna work or not. Let's see.
Say that life as a man is exceptionally difficult. I say the most beautiful and the most
There's
terrifying
been
thing
no
about being a man
wanker.
is you're born
And he
without
wanked
value.
off.
Society
Yeah,
doesn't care
the
about
May
you.
1st
You're only gonna
bus.
be cared about based on how useful you are. You have the chance to build yourself up and become a superhero if you're prepared to do the hard work and be indefatigable enough to never quit.
I have never heard Andrew Tate speak before. I'm serious. This is the first time I've ever heard his voice.
Uh-huh.
He talks very quickly.
But if you're going to stand
do you
around
feel
and wait for a
special?
handout, nobody's going to ever respect you. And I think that A lot of people have forgotten about
There
how
we go.
difficult.
This is
how
another
competitive it
troll
is as a
clip.
Man, we're always in constant competition with each other, and it's your duty as a man to stand up and say, I want to be as important and strong and good-hearted and God-fearing as possible, and I need to work hard to achieve those things. And the dangerous thing about overly emotional
Are we
men-
looking? Are we listening to this, Dave?
This is
Are we
what's
really
crazy.
listening?
All these people who talk about toxic masculinity and how bad it is for men.
Yo,
traditionally
it's gonna be like tomorrow's
a traditionally
teachings.
masculine man
Dave's
does
gonna
things he
say
doesn't feel
Andrew
like doing
Tate
because
changed
it's
my
his duty to do
life.
them. He charges into
Yeah,
the building
we're
because
waiting
he's
for it.
guilty.
We're waiting for the
I'm
right
gonna
Andrew
pause
Tate
it.
clip
It looks
to
like
change
they
our
edited
life.
the
We're gonna be a
video so
millionaire.
much
Yeah, it's gonna
that
happen eventually.
it probably won't get claimed, but I'm gonna pause it anyway. I'm listening. I don't really want to even commentate yet because I want to hear his whole argument before I have something to say.
Really? Oh, I can't wait to hear the
Yes,
argument.
I know. Everyone here is saying
What?
Are you aware this guy's like a sex trafficker and stuff? I'm like,
Oh God.
I'm sure. I think isn't he under like he can't leave a country? He's stuck in some country.
You don't even know the full thing.
No.
Yeah, he's stuck in the
Right.
country. We don't know the
I
country.
think. I watched him before and I hated his views. I did? I don't even remember that. Was that early on last year when I did this show? Because I seriously don't even remember this at all. Were the captions turned on? I don't think so.
From what I understand, he's like some sex trafficker guy.
Someone turned them on and it wasn't me.
There we go.
Why are there Spanish captions on?
I don't know, Dave.
What
'cause-
the? What the? Why were Spanish captions turned on? That certainly wasn't me. Okay.
Okay, just turn them off.
All right, let's continue.
Not because he feels like it.
Why am I
Because
seeing
he's
something
we're now
other
teaching
than
a new
English?
generation of men that They don't
Huh?
have duty, and they can just act on their feelings and act how they feel, and they don't have to act as a man should. Do you know what happens when you get men who just act how they feel? You get school, you get violence, you get... Men who do not control their emotions are dangerous. If you find a man who is stoic, he's
I wonder what Dave. I wonder what Tate would think about Dave during the high school days. During his cocktail of medication. It wasn't mine.
And does whatever he feels like. You're gonna find a
He
dangerous
focused
man.
on
Sit here
the
telling
most
men to cry
Robin
more
Tate
and
video
act
with the
with their
Spanish
feelings, and
captions.
it's okay
Yeah.
to feel this
We're trying
way,
to
that way,
like
etc.,
skirt
and
our
have
way
self-control.
past the
That is why we have the
suspicious
problems we have in the
activities he
world.
did.
Absolutely not wrong. When
Allegedly.
they talk about toxic masculinity, they have it completely inversed on its head, completely and utterly wrong. We need to be teaching stoicism. We need to be teaching young men to understand that the world is very, very difficult. It's hard to be a man. You're going to feel bad sometimes. You
As
just
it
suck it up
says,
and
like
perform
a,
anyway. Not to sit there and cry your eyes out or blame other people.
Somewhat more successful
Certainly tough being a woman,
I
but
guess.
I'm not a woman, so why would I speak on issues I do not understand? I'm a man.
You can feel an empathy for.
I like how he immediately turned it on its head.
What?
He immediately turned it on its head, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not a woman. I'm a man, so I'm not gonna say
Obviously.
shit about that." Here's
Okay.
the thing.
What's the
okay?
thing? Tell me the
From
thing.
what he's saying. Here's what I can
All right.
understand.
Put in the
In life, I
layman's
don't think
terms.
It's just a man either. It's ridiculous. It's either gender, right? Or anyone. It doesn't even have to be about gender. I don't
But
even know
Dave,
what
you're a
about.
guy, so you wouldn't
In
know
life,
anything
You cannot just
in
act
life.
out on your feelings constantly. That is absolutely true. Because feelings aren't necessarily
Oh
rational.
Lord.
Okay? There are
Fuck your
times in life
feelings.
when
Just
you're
say
gonna be
fuck your
upset about
feelings.
something, and you're gonna feel angry. You're gonna feel sad. You're gonna feel happy, right? And you may not even be able to explain it, but you do.
Oh,
or there might be a
Lord.
very, very
The
easily
feeling is thus.
explainable reason why you feel that way. All right? But if you always act out on your emotions, okay?
So something you do.
Sadly, you're
what
not gonna
happened
have
during
one.
Tekken?
You're just not. I'm not saying always repress your emotions. I'm just saying you need to have a metered approach. You need to know when it's okay
You need to sit on the fence?
to act out and when it's not. There's environments where it's okay. There's environments where it's definitely not.
Like
okay?
what? Give me an
And
example.
Sometimes you have to swallow that shit.
Like fighting a bully at
and
school?
just do stuff in life you don't want to do, or just put up with a situation that you don't agree with. At the same time,
Are
if
you
you're
watching
someone
Andrew
who
Tate? Because it's on the
100%
list,
does
dude.
not
They pay them to watch
allow
it.
your
You
emotions
gotta give an
to
expert
ever be felt
critique
or
on
shown
Andrew Tate.
or utilized in your life. It'll also be a bad life for you. As I've said many times over the years,
I don't know, it might
as
work
I get
out.
older, I realize this. In
Oh,
life, it's
in
about
life?
balance. It's about moderation. It's about
Of
finding the
course.
happy medium. There are times when emotion should come out, and there are times when it should not. Okay, and I think
Yeah,
that's
yelling
the
at
problem
cat
with
at
a
the
lot of
grocery
people
store.
is that they have this weird mentality that life is.
What
one or
about
the other,
during Jerry
black and
Springer
white.
or one
It's
of
not.
the Murray
It's not
Show's
all
paternity
emotion. It's
test?
not all
I touched that
stoicism
bitch, I
and
touched her.
swallowing and,
Yeah, that's the
you know,
right time to
doing
be
things for
aggressive.
rational thought, because sometimes rational thought is completely the opposite of emotion. Correct? It's not either being either. It's finding that balance, and then making proper
Between the
choices
both
based on
and
that.
do nothing. Yeah, that's
Um,
always a better approach.
He's saying Men basically need to swallow all of their emotions, because if men always acted out on their emotions, that's how you get school shooters and rapists and horrible things.
Oh God.
To some extent, that's
I'm the father.
true, because
I ain't touched that
you
bitch.
have someone who has a
lying.
crazy irrational thought. Like, for some reason, something made me feel this way, and I just have a desire to hurt people around me. And then they act out on that, right? That's obviously harmful, toxic, bad, should not happen. But at the same time, if you're someone who literally just sits there and ignores every emotion you're having and becomes the ultimate stoic man, you become a tool. You become a robot. You might as well, you know, I was programmed to act like this and do this, and this is all I do. I never have a thought for myself because I ignore all emotions that would create those thoughts.
Yeah, we did the Dave approach.
So
we did listen to the Andrew Tate.
Spot, I
Hell
feel,
yeah.
in life. So, FYI, I can understand where he's coming from, but the reason that he has that mindset is because he's flipping the script. When the whole society says toxic masculinity, he feels if he
we're not cranking that RoboCop. That might be the outro.
And flips it on its head. Now it makes him look smart. Well, to some extent, what he's
why
saying
does that work?
is true, but
Very
he's now giving you the opposite extreme.
Maybe he's not on the
wrong,
YouTube side. Maybe
right?
he's on Twitch.
Like, in life, again, it's about
in life again
in the middle. Okay, sometimes I'm gonna feel emotion, I'm gonna act out on it. Sometimes I'm not.
You
Sometimes I'm gonna freak out. Sometimes I'm gonna be more metered,
right?
and I'm gonna have irrational thought in my mind.
You're
right?
really doing it.
Sometimes emotion can make you perform better, right? It could.
So we sitting on the
Do things
fence.
better, perform better, do things that maybe normally you didn't think you could.
So
even
is
do.
emotion good
At the
or
same time,
not?
sometimes emotion makes you do horrible, irrational things you regret later, right?
Yeah, like shooting
So,
up a school. Yeah,
there's
that's
nothing wrong
highly
with emotion,
inappropriate.
But if you 100% live your whole life, everything's based on emotion, yeah, that's not going to work either, right? So I understand what he's saying, but I don't agree necessarily because he's too extreme to one way. And he definitely
just said we
seems to be
barely
like one of
know
those
him.
my way or the highway guys, right? Like, that's his feeling. And then if you were to counter him on that, he'd be like, oh, no, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I get the feeling that's the case.
Oh, is that right?
But I don't know. I don't know much about this man.
I don't know.
I guess this is the second clip I've ever seen of him.
We just
So
said
I'm not going to say what he's saying.
he was
wrong.
doing sex
Okay, I'm gonna
trafficking.
say
I don't know much
he's
about
too
this
extreme.
man.
He says, well, if society says this, I say the opposite, and that's how I get noticed, and that's how people are going to talk
That's
about it.
basically it.
But in reality,
You
just gone the other way.
justified.
It's like
I mean, not
saying if
justified
you
it, but
staunchly
you hit the
believe
nail
that
on the
everything
head.
that a Republican or a Democrat says is wrong, you just become the complete polar opposite Republican or
Doing
Democrat.
fake beef.
But you don't
That's
have
the
to do
worst
that.
kind.
You could just also be other stances in the middle. You know what I mean? You don't have to completely flip, and that's what it seems like he's doing.
Yo, we flipping. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's continue.
All right, we're continuing.
I think there's few bands out there that put as much thought into their music and in turn.
I can barely hear this. Can you guys hear this?
So turn it off.
It's really low for me.
Yeah, just crank it up.
Think more about their music than Tool. You could pick any song
It's
in their
fine,
catalog
Dave.
and find levels of nuance and subtlety to dissect. But at least in my mind, the song that best exemplifies the band's attention to detail and willingness to push boundaries is Lateralis. The title track of Tool's
We
third
got
studio
nothing to
album.
add to this
The song
song.
walks the line between mathematical and spiritual with an intricate weave of rhythms, music, and lyrics that come together to create an astounding final product that's one of the most unique and fascinating songs ever written. Let's take a closer look.
I'm gonna be honest.
What?
I don't think I care. Right?
So
I'm
skip
not too
it.
interested. I'm not a big fan of Tool.
All right, so we can't
I
add
don't
anything
really
to it, so
recall
skip
any of their
it.
songs.
Now we're gonna keep
I
playing
don't think
it.
that a musical analysis of one specific song they wrote is very interesting to me or my audience.
How do you
So
know it's
I'm gonna
interesting
say,
not to them?
Thanks, but this
He
is one I'm
already
gonna pass
knows
on.
what
I
they're
don't really have
interested in.
interest. Okay.
Just say he always has to make it seem like it's not interesting to anyone else. It was interesting to the person that picked it.
Restoring a Street Fighter 2 cabinet.
There you go, whatever.
Yeah.
He's telling you what you're interested in. You may have spent the money on it, but he's telling you that you're not gonna like it.
That really is an old school style.
I didn't want to learn
cabinet.
anything about this
Although the
thing, so
button
you don't want
spacing's
to
a little
learn about
odd,
it.
The buttons typically would have been a little bit closer.
You don't want anyone else to
Spaced out a
level
little,
up.
Like wide.
Gotta
the top
keep them
row,
all
the
on level
lower
1.
row. So this looks like more of a modified cabinet that maybe at one point was other games, and then they repurposed it and maybe added buttons.
We have nonstop feedback for no reason.
Cabinet.
I know what
But
you
for
want.
the most part, that's accurate. Those are
I know better
American
than
style
you, idiot.
joysticks Those are American-style buttons. It has the proper 6.
Oh my god, we talking about fucking fight sticks now.
It's probably got the speakers right there under the marquee.
Yeah.
That play down. And this is before
his fans want to hear about
so
this.
It probably is the old sound chip. This is CPS. This would be if it's Street Fighter 2.
Evidently, your fans don't care about fighting games.
I can't remember when they went from CPS 1 to
American
CPS
style
2.
buttons. I want to see Italian style buttons.
I wonder if it has the hardware inside or if he's just restoring the cabinet. Yeah, it looks like YouTube is bugging out with captions again because I'm not turning these on. It's doing it by itself.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Now YouTube on the Xbox. I don't know why we still doing it like this.
We
It's
recently
busted.
picked up at an auction, and it's in pretty rough shape. So what I'm going to do is just show you all the different steps that we have to do to ensure that this machine is good enough to go out on the floor where people can play it.
The first challenge is just getting the machine moved to a place where we have room to work on it. I've often compared this to playing a life-size version of...
Why we skip? Yo! Like, yeah, fuck it. Y'all don't care about this either.
And there's lots of scuffs in the paint, and the T-molding is falling out at the bottom.
Wow, how would you replace the T-molding? You can replace. I don't know how you would fix the fiberboard though.
This is the only side art that came with this game. At this point, I should probably mention Street Fighter 2 was primarily sold as a kit game. And what that means is you
kid
have
game?
the board and some bits of art.
Yo, we mastered the kid game? Hey, sounds
right.
good to me.
That means possibly gutting a game that was getting old and out of style.
That's right.
Or using a generic cabinet.
And that's why you see so many different styles that are the game.
Oh, is that right?
Different. It's because it was a kit game. It was meant for those cabinets were more universal, and you would just keep replacing them with more modern games over time.
Is you won't find a lot of these that look the same. Now, I believe this cabinet was made by Dynamo and was a generic cabinet. Oh, and here's some trivia. See these two nails? This almost guarantees this was at one time located at an Aladdin's castle. They were notorious about using these little metal property tags that had a nail at each end.
Oh, we're learning stuff,
We have
huh?
some
Interesting.
sticky tape. The coin door is okay. We will, of course, have to change the lock. And no
I wonder how
surprise,
many
we'll need to
coins we
replace
put
the
in
power
that
cord.
bad boy. I wonder how many times we
The first thing I want
lost.
to do is test it and see what condition
Ugh.
it's in, electrically speaking.
Will even turn on. It turns on.
Whoa, look at that. It turns
I
on.
apologize for the glare.
Turns
but,
on.
The CRT actually looks pretty good. The speakers sound good too. And clearly the board set is working. I had Ashton play the game for a few
400
minutes
for a
to
fight
test out the
stick? Yeah, we were
controls and make
bashing
sure
the
everything was
fuck out of it
stable,
on
and it
Friday.
seemed to play fine.
Tekken got us
For
too heated.
once, it doesn't appear that we need to work
I almost
on
called the
hardware
cops on
controls
him.
or the board set.
That's very odd because at least see I don't know. This is why I'm curious about what board the original Street Fighter 2 is.
Are we really
Because
this
there's a board called
curious?
CPS2. CPS2.
Are we gonna watch more of his channel?
Was games like Super Turbo, the entire Versus series, like X-Men versus Street Fighter, Capcom Marvel versus Capcom, those games, and a ton of games ran on CPS2.
No,
Capcom.
first,
They weren't just
first
fighting
things
games, there were
first,
other
they gotta
Capcom
go
games
to
as
the
well.
zoo.
Those
After they go
boards
to the zoo, then
have
a whole
battery
new
in them.
world is
And if
gonna
the
open up
battery
for 'em.
dies. I think it's called
They
the
can finally
CMOS
go to
battery.
other places.
You have to
The
buy a
arcade's gonna be
replacement,
next.
and you have to like have a way to fuse the replacement battery into the
We're
board.
on zoo
and
withdrawal.
then basically the board lives forever, but like you have to replace the original batteries. And if this is as old of a cabinet as they're saying, and it just turns on, that doesn't make sense. They would have had to replace the battery and everything, unless someone already did it. But then why was it so dusty?
Because
This
nobody
is kinda
used
confusing
it.
to me. Maybe this isn't what I'm thinking. Maybe original Street Fighter 2 is before.
We really
CPS2,
going all in on a
and
fucking
therefore it doesn't need the battery.
arcade
Maybe
machine.
that's what it is.
I think it's going to be mostly the cabinet itself that needs repair. Okay, let's get to work on it.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's
easy. Just
dusty
rip
like
that
your
shit
office
off
because
and
nobody
buy a
used the
replacement
goddamn stuff
to
in
put
it.
on there. You can even get different colors and stuff. What I'm
Oh,
curious is how
you're
do
telling me you can
repair that wood?
customize
That's
this, huh?
fiberboard wood. That's not good
Whoa.
quality wood. And to try to fix that.
Nah, we ain't scared of COVID no
might
more.
break it 'cause
Well,
it's
no,
shitty.
that.
Oh, he's sanding
Wait,
the
we
whole
are.
thing, huh?
We had to delay work
Wow,
for
they're
3 days.
completely sanding down the sides.
We'll see.
You can
I
see
think
the water
Dave's gonna
texture at
take
the
care of his
bottom.
health.
We can improve this a little bit with some Bondo. We need to remove this coin door, but it's locked and we did not receive a key with it.
Oh.
This is actually quite common, so we're just going to drill the
Drill
lock
the
out.
lockout. Would it be hilarious if there's like a ton of quarters in there? Like, what the hell?
Here's the coin box.
Nope.
No money.
No coins. What did it rip?
Money for that. Oh wait.
There is a quarter in there.
Pull one cat back. Man, that's toxic.
Hey, let me show you our stash. So in the kitchen, we have these 2 cups. This one has tokens in it.
Oh, I got
this
money.
one has money in it.
Oh, that's
we've
cool.
saved all of the money and tokens.
Oh, a cup
really
of money
cool.
is cool. Oh, that's so cool. I wish I had that money.
This is a Namco.
Namco, yeah, there used to be Namco arcades.
Pizza, Holiday Inn.
Oh.
I guess they used to have arcades at their hotels. Virtual Fun, Jeepers.
What the?
Family Fun Centers and Boomers. So as you can see, the machines we get come from all over.
Yeah, I don't even know what most of those are. Never heard of them.
Let's get this door out.
Buffing it all.
Now I'm going to mix up some Bondo, and I'm just going to apply this stuff all over the sides to try to fill in the pits, scratches, and water damage as best as possible.
Oh, that's
and
neat.
while that's curing, I wanted to
Oh, is that neat, huh? Really neat.
Okay, so it's not uncommon for us to have to replace bad feet on these arcades. However, when we started looking at the bottom of this, we realized there are no feet. So we need to add some.
It looks like there used to be some sort of feet on the bottom, but I'm not sure what kind. So I'm just going to install some of our usual feet.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we just skipping it. I like how we say interesting and then we just skip it. We skip the rest of it.
Treating it a little differently.
Yeah, interesting. So cool.
Okay, the primer is done.
Oh, it's the primer.
And because we did this outside, it is expected to see bits of debris here and there, but that's fine because the next step is to sand the primer.
Oh, big blower. This is cool.
Okay, now it's time to remove the
Oh,
control
it's so
panel.
cool.
This will make it easier to paint because we need to work on the
I
control
wonder if
panel
they're going to
too.
rewire the whole thing, because those wires are pretty old.
Well, you want to
Rewire
what? Let the
whole
video
thing.
play so they can see it?
Ew, ew. Wait a minute, what was
Ew,
that?
icky,
Around
ew.
that. And that's where we found this little surprise. It's a dirt dauber nest.
Yeah, Dave can explain it way better. You can just skip the rest of it. He already knows the
Little
gist of
critters are
it.
still inside there. I wonder how
Oh
long-
my god, a bug's nest inside of the arcade cabinet. Ew.
Ooh, stinky, ew.
Remember with the marquee,
Oh,
we need
that's
to replace this
nasty.
Anyway, it looks like it was originally designed to use an incandescent bulb. I'm going to replace that with an LED before we're done.
Of course, you know, we have incandescent
Okay, a
bulbs
bit more
in there.
pink.
There we go. You made it seem like you're a pro. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a natural. That's what I would do.
Pretty cool. Let's fast forward a bit. Oh, they are rewiring the whole thing.
Yes!
And this is where we realize
You had to let the video play. He stopped.
somebody
Like,
at
oh, I wonder if they're
some
gonna
point in
rewire
time
the whole
spliced
thing.
every single wire on these controls, and the way they did it was by
Well, we
twisting
know
the
we got
wires together,
ants.
soldering them,
The
and
ants
then
are probably
putting
still
electrical
taking
tape
over.
around them. So we're gonna completely redo these. Now, admittedly,
This was very common back in the day, because as I told you,
Oh,
these
boy,
were
here we go.
cabinets that were multi-purpose.
Granddad saying
So,
back in the day.
You might have a game that only has like 2 buttons, 3 buttons. But then all of a sudden you want to put a game in there that has 6 buttons. Oh, well, I'm going to drill more holes in, but I got to add more wires. What do? You splice. So they would do that. You have crazy
Yeah, did we used to do
splicing,
this too?
really
Like PCs?
Frankenstein jobs on the insides of a lot of these cabinets back in the day.
Mhm.
Now, that's not how you're supposed to do it. There's ways to plug them properly and have it all
Yeah, I'm sure
well
there's
done.
proper ways
This
to do
obviously was just an
everything.
arcade. They didn't have that level of expertise. They just fucked with it.
the splices aren't very elegant, but that's not the reason. The main problem.
Besides
is they
Dave's
use
strategy
electrical tape,
of
and it's already
slapping a
starting to
sticker
fall off
on
the
and
wire.
saying, yeah, it's
Heat
like
shrink is
custom
really a
fight
more
stick.
permanent fix, but the only way to get the heat shrink on
We've
is by putting
custom
wire
made
in
everything
solder.
in this
So
fight
that's what we're
stick.
going to do. Now, to be clear, the reason we're doing this is because if we don't, as this electrical tape falls off piece by piece, these wires will eventually wind up touching each other or grounding out to the metal control
Yeah, it's
panel.
going to be exposed, and if they touch anything, they're going to ground out. And they don't
Oh
work.
man, I hate how he
Minutes
thinks he
here to
knows
redo
everything
these,
about
then be
this
dealing with
now.
a flaky or broken down machine on the floor of the arcade later on. So, my brother Mike has been working on creating some side art for the machine. What he did was took the original artwork, which is just this little poster like this,
Yeah.
and then expanded it out to
That's
the
cool.
whole side of the machine. Now, before you jump to your keyboard and start telling us how it's not original,
That's so cool,
keep in
man.
mind this
Whoa.
was a kit game, so there is no specific standard by which to say what is or isn't original.
Right.
Anyway,
I've seen many different versions of Street Fighter 2. I saw
It's
one
like
with
you
the
having
full
a
side of the
conversation
cabinet
with
just
the
really
dude.
fancy art.
Like, oh,
I've seen
so
ones which
good.
are just like the logo.
You waiting
I've
just
seen
in
ones with
case.
that poster
You might
that
wanna
they're showing
collab
just
with
you
them.
standing just that. So there's different variations, and it was really what the owner wanted to do. I think what it was
I
you could
agree. It's very
optionally
sad.
buy more stuff if you wanted it to be more fancy.
Yeah, he knows about the job market
A lot of these
too. We know
arcades
everything.
Do that? They just bought. Hey, this is my multi-purpose cabinet. Today it'll be Street Fighter 2, but in a year I might change it. So I'm not gonna go crazy decorating the cabinet. You know what I mean?
well, that's printing. I wanted to replace the marquee light with an LED. And I noticed some plugs. I was like, what the heck does that go to? I couldn't see it connected to anything around back. But then I realized there was a light just out of my view laying on the bottom of the marquee. So I tested the light and it actually worked. So I figured we'd just keep it, but it needs to be mounted properly. And
boxes here in your guy. The boxes, little boxes to all the bulbs. Oh yeah. That's neat. So it was 2 incandescent bulbs, and they said we don't want those anymore. So they just put an LED light and modified the bulb plug thing into the bulb.
What's in the box, Christopher?
That was actually pretty sweet.
He got an elephant.
And I know some people would rather they stay original.
Man, he was so happy. He loved
this.
this.
Be replacing these bulbs constantly. That puts wear and tear on
that
the
was for Ruby.
Plus, the heat can degrade the marquee artwork. And multiply that by 100 machines, and it really does affect our electric bill. Not only in terms of power for the lights themselves, but for the air conditioning needed to counteract all the heat from those 200 marquee bulbs. Now think about it like this. If each machine had two 40-watt bulbs inside, that's 80 watts.
Now, I will admit this.
Now you're talking 80
Will admit what?
Modern technology, LEDs are so much better than those old
bulbs.
Oh my
God.
Old bulbs, they used a ton of electricity. They ran really hot to the touch, burn your hand. They would blow out constantly. They were finicky. They break because they're glass. LED bulbs today are just so much better. You got, LEDs definitely makes a lot of sense, and they last.
LEDs are like so much
long.
better.
1,000 watts. That would be the same as running 5 of these 1,500 watt space heaters. So it really adds up.
So he does the marquee. There's the art. Oh wow, look how cool this looks. See, they got.
Can't wait for DSP politics. Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, that's.
If this is what we can expect from DSP politics, I'm all game.
Wow.
I'm all in for it. I'm going all in.
For the artwork on the control panel.
I can't wait. We can see where this wacky roller coaster is gonna take us.
That is sweet. I bet back in the day they wish they could have done it this way.
Yes, Dave. You're telling me people wish they knew stuff that they didn't know back then? Oh, no way.
Oh, and we even go so far as to clean up these rusty bolts that hold on the control panel.
Oh yeah, can't wait for back in the day. I bet you people wish they knew about this.
Nice. They're rebuilding all the controls. Look at that.
Yeah, it's so interesting. We're skipping, massively skipping. Really, Action Man skipping.
That's the coin door.
Okay, so I was getting ready to clean up the coin door, and one of the things I noticed that we didn't notice when it was in is it actually has more money.
Whoa, more money!
Stuck in the slots.
Yeah, he wanted to get to this point.
So there was all
well, look at the money
coins in here for whatever reason, including dimes and nickels, and I don't know what the heck that is.
Another weird
and
token.
Also, a single googly eye.
I'm gonna say,
someone just shoved it
final
in
coverings. They existed for a while.
There's some really nasty adhesive on this door, probably from an old piece of tape. I tried a number of chemicals to remove it. The one that seemed to finally do the job was alcohol.
Yeah, all those people that put them coins in. That's why I hate them machines.
Okay.
They just be eating all of it. They knew what they were doing. Like, oh yeah, I got stuck. Just add another one in there. Add like 2 more.
Look at that. Before and after. Holy crap. That's awesome.
Oh, look at how cool that is. He cleaned it and he made it work again.
Dramatically improved.
Yeah, that's what happens when you know how to be a handyman and
I bet they can't use the Street Fighter theme song.
So I just had a few final thoughts I wanted to share with you about this project. So first of all, I want to talk about how long did it actually take? Because, watching a 20-minute video doesn't always convey exactly how long it takes something.
Now, Dave probably thought this shit takes no time. Like, you can do this in 20 minutes? No way.
6 weeks, and we probably have between 40 and 50 man-hours
of
labor
that's a lot.
Involved in it, which is actually surprisingly typical for a machine of this age. In fact, the only thing that really sets this machine apart from a lot of our other restorations is that we didn't have to do any work on the board set or the monitor or the power supply.
That's remarkable that they got an old cabinet like that and everything still works.
Isn't got a reactor rope?
Wow. All right, well, everyone.
That's going to be the final DSP react
for this week. Since we are
hang on a little bit longer until he finds out about
also a super chat there, and I appreciate that, Habib Gaming. Thank you so very much.
That's gonna be for the divorce arc.
Out today with me for the show. I appreciate your company. Right, that was pretty neat. I had a good time with the show. Good variety this week. Like, I mean, nothing there.
Good variety.
I think repeated. Correct. Like, I mean, yes, there was.
I don't know. You was watching
it. There was some Warhammer. All right, I take it back. The Warhammer was kind of a repeat.
There we go. We repeated something. Someone wasn't paying attention.
Stuff, and absolutely was fun to watch. Good for like keep that up. Keep that variety up. If you're a member, keep that variety up.
Yeah, you guys did good this week. Keep it up.
To be, a good,
don't waste my time next week
for everybody. But Everyone here,
Keep giving them a pat on the
and
back.
enjoyed this afternoon. Thanks so very much. And until next time, next week. Now remember, if you enjoy this content, you can support it by becoming a member. Submission level.
We ended on $30.
Going into the randomized playlist. I think we watched like maybe 12 or 13 of those videos, so about half. And we watched all the Ultra member submissions this week, all 8 of them. So if you're an Ultra member, you're guaranteed to be watched once a week for 4 weeks. So please think about it. All right. I love the show. I can't wait for next time. Thank you all. Until then, peace out, be safe, and I'll see you next week.
All right, cool. Tell us how you feel.
Okay. Let's see here. Bronze Monk says, it was amazing. I would have to play on American-style parts. I know. See, here's the thing. When we were growing up in America playing on those parts,
boy.
like, that's the best there is.
We really keep talking, huh?
You play on the Japanese style, you're like, what the heck? Why is this so much better? Why did we ever play on these inferior parts? It doesn't make sense, right? It was like,
that was what they had
God,
at the time?
I can't believe the difference.
All right, whatever.
Between them. Really, I can't believe it.
Really?
No. Anyway.
Anyway.
Thank you all. I'll be back tonight, not on this channel, but on DSP Throwback for the Heavy Rain Throwback stream. I certainly hope that you will join me tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific.
I don't even want to say if this channel boots up.
Earlier now because daylight saving time started today. So if you could come by tomorrow and hang out with me, I would tonight. I would greatly appreciate it. I don't want
he almost jumped the gun. He thought he wasn't streaming tonight.
Okay, everybody?
All right, cool.
So once I go offline here, actually a link will pop up that says, hey, go over there and hang out with me, and I hope that you will.
Come hang out with me, guys, please.
All right? Thank you guys very, very much. See you tonight.
See you tonight.
Heavy Rain over on DSP Throwback.
I hope to see you guys.
It's Final
Don't
Fantasy
get hit by a
7,
car.
Rebirth tomorrow on DSP Gaming on the first stream.
Yeah.
Okay? Thanks, guys. Enjoy the break. See you later.
All right, cool. And we ran out. Jesus. Oh, there you go. I think that's it. Unless there's like anything that I want to see fast forward or back in time, that might be. He didn't say anything in the pre-stream, I'm sure. And it's not going to be on this channel, I'm sure. What about this?
Oh, this is a clip submission show where the channel members submit clips and we react to them, right? Live.
Yeah, I know he's just
going
going
to
take
member,
this shit
the highest
down,
level
but
member
I'm
supporter
just
of the channel,
skimming
you get to submit a
along.
clip that will be watched guaranteed on the show for a month.
We can see
So
when
that's
he
great
actually
value.
takes
4
it
clips
down.
a month for $20 is not bad. If you're a regular submissions tier member, that means that your clip will get thrown into a randomized playlist and everyone will have an equal chance to be watched. Like I said, we have 27 of those this week. You know, someone was inebriated and slept with somebody else and was their consent and all
Wait
this.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Cringy and annoying. The voices are so like high-pitched and kiddie that they're kind of cringy and annoying. But, okay.
Watching 2 minutes of 4 clips for $20. Yeah, that's a good deal to me.
Afraid. I said be not afraid.
What was that?
I don't know what we were listening to. Dave didn't know either. We were both confused.
Maybe if you stand, you'd maybe you just got arrested.
Yo, we really watching?
Nah.
Oh no.
All right, that one actually is pretty representative of a lot of things that happen on internet culture. Is people fawning over.
We going in the
internet,
history of internet culture
or an actor, whoever.
Other draft
and then
fest.
they get
Well,
exposed for doing something horrible and canceled.
He just ended. I'm going back to see if there was anything worthwhile before Ray not to take an else. So if you're here, you're here. If not, I understand.
Like, I think that literally has just happened to a group of like, I think it was like Minecraft YouTubers or something like that. I don't even know. But I guess
why are we talking about it?
These YouTubers who were known for making content that was really like for kids, and
yeah, we were never a children's entertainer. Besides the time that he would make content curated for kids. Yeah, teenagers liked my commentary back in the day, but yeah, all these people made the commentary for that.
You know, someone was inebriated and slept with somebody else and was their consent and all this. It's like, wait, what is it? I think you make cutesy content for kids on the internet, right? So what the hell is this? Like,
yeah, why were we saying sex jokes and all this weird stuff and grabbing Eva's boobs? That was for teenagers? Yeah, that's a little weird.
What is this scandal? What is this nonsense? This happens with so many people. Toby Turner over the years.
Why
right?
we still name dropping Toby Turner?
You know, what was it? Chicken in a biscuit guy, and so many people liked his
You
music
see the
and stuff on the
animation
internet
where
that was
the
comedy.
bird is on
And then you
drugs,
find the
these
dark side of the
reacts to
guy.
it.
He's on drugs and stuff. It's like, oh my god,
Unless that comes
like, what the
up.
hell,
I don't
right?
know, I didn't
So that's
see
what's supposed to
anything.
be.
I
Like,
literally
people
saw
standing-
nothing
People on the internet.
up until
oh my
when I
god,
started.
you love him. You got to stand this person, and then you find out, oh, he just got arrested. He's a horrible person. Oh, great.
There we go. We just had to
But this
bring
is
up
what this
Turbo
one is,
Turner
little
because
mini, like,
something
parodies
bad
of
happened
internet
to him.
culture stuff, I guess.
I guess. Oh my god, dude.
So now it has an intro. Cheeseburger. Ice
What were we watching this for? What was, dude?
Hey, that was like for right punchline. The point was watching one more.
We watching one more of this? Man.
I've been on the show for a long ass.
All right, let me hear him explain whose
It
line
is,
is it
okay.
anyway.
People who've been on the show were on it for like many, many, many years, and I used to watch it on Comedy Central. And I would laugh my ass off at it. But the problem is, it's always been like a
see
syndicated
large
show,
Phil?
so I get the feeling if
I
you
know
watch
you
this
see
clip, it's gonna
large
get
Phil.
blocked. Let's. Is it the next clip?
Now.
It is. Okay. So whose line is it anyway?
Maybe I
Two-line
should have stuck you
vocabulary.
on large
I'm
Phil.
gonna have
Yeah.
to watch this in like 20-second clips.
How was
I used
that?
to watch this way
Yeah, you
before
just saying
YouTube,
that
like,
for no
before YouTube
reason.
existed. This was I loved this on the internet. I would watch clips of this show.
Let's play a game called Two-Line Vocabulary. This is for Brad, Ryan, and Colin. The idea of this game is that our performers are going to be...
So these guys,
Yo,
I've been on the show for a long ass time. In fact, I think they still do
we
it
were.
to some extent.
All right, who? What's their
Did I see
names?
pictures of Colin Mockery. He looks way older
Oh yeah, there
than
we
this
go.
now. Colin Mockery is the guy in the middle here. These
Yeah,
guys
we
are
know
funny as
everything
shit,
about
though.
whose line is it
They're
anyway.
super funny comics.
acting out a scene.
Thank you.
However, Ryan and Brad, I'm going to give them 2 lines that they can say. That's all they're allowed to say is one of those 2 lines.
I don't know about the new
Colin
one,
can say
the
whatever he
new
wants.
like version
Brad,
of
You
this
see,
show.
this is improv comedy.
I gave up on the
Two
new
people
version.
can only say one of 2
Dave!
words. The other person can say whatever they want, but now they have to improv a scene with those.
Yes, it's all
criteria,
improv.
and it ends up
What?
being really funny. Usually, it depends. Sometimes it's a train wreck, but sometimes it's.
Weren't we bragging about having a grown-up fan base? Why are we explaining this? Like, yeah, you guys don't know about whose line is it anyway. Let me educate you.
Really funny. So I really like this show, but again, I'm like eyeballing over here. Can we keep watching? I'm just gonna watch it.
You nervous? You worried if ABC gonna take him down?
What do you mean by that?
They loading the
I
gun
want one
up.
of those. Ryan, your lines are, that's my job, and someone needs a hug.
Oh boy.
That's all you're allowed to say. The scene is, Colin is a female boss.
He has a grown-up fan base. They grew up with him, but at the same time, they don't know anything.
To discuss the fact that only one of them is getting promoted.
Wait, what? Why? If you're a boss,
Oh my
why
god!
would you invite 2
Are we really looking this deep into a fucking sketch? Into an improv bit? Oh my lord.
employees over to tell only one you're getting promoted? Like, obviously, the other one is going to react poorly. See what I mean?
That's
the premises are always
Dude.
silly and funny, and the show ends up being really funny. So
it's a
let's see what
comedy
happens
show.
in this scene
It's a
again.
comedy
Eyeballs,
show
are we all
then,
right?
huh?
So far, so good. So far, it's not saying that any content's been matched. So
There
if
we
I keep
go. We still
pausing,
in the
I think we'll be
clear.
all
We're
right.
still getting away with it, guys.
Take it away.
We still got the mask on.
Hi, guys. I'm glad you can make it. Help yourself to the dip.
I want one of those.
Help yourself.
That's my job.
No.
Yeah, we just watching stuff
You don't
now.
have to feed here.
Someone needs a hug.
Yeah, Dave's job is over. We can just sit back and
I want
relax.
one of those.
We're gonna let these guys. We're gonna let whose line is it anyway lead the show.
Friendly and supportive of each other because only one of you is getting promotion to head feeder.
That's my job.
It is your job. Now,
What do you mean by that?
only one of you.
Oh, his other line was, "What do you mean by that?" Right.
Oh boy.
Okay. Again, I have to pause. That was what, like 20 seconds. I'm still eyeball. I'm so nervous.
Yo, we sweating. We got a bead of sweat going down our forehead right now.
This show is funny. I want to keep going.
You seen how much you can get away with?
Okay. Ready? We're gonna try again. Keep going.
Yeah, it's already
You
been
get
run.
promoted to the position of head feeder.
What do you mean by that? Somebody needs a hug.
Yeah, we just sitting here. We should be doing this on our own.
That's my job.
Look,
We're not adding anything to this.
you've got one of those.
What do you mean by that?
You've got one of those. That's the reason you're not being promoted. There, I said it.
You should ban these videos from like being recommended. Like, what are we doing? We just sitting here watching whose line is anyway.
Oh, that's it. We just got matched. Okay.
Cool. There we go.
See, so it's getting funnier.
You two pulled up.
It's getting funnier,
Fun's
but
over.
I can't watch the rest of it. We have to skip. Damn it.
Cool.
I knew it. See,
You
I
wanna
knew
watch
it.
it?
I knew that
Go
was
to
going
the
to end up
channel.
getting claimed. We got pretty far. We got like 2 minutes in.
Yeah. I don't
So
care
anyway,
about this
I
one.
strongly recommend that show. And
White
that
people
show,
show. They had Wayne Brady
been
on
on
it.
for the longest.
It wasn't
time,
that white.
okay? It's been on since like the era before YouTube, and those guys, those comedians, you've seen them in the show grow and evolve. Drew Carey's been a part of the show. Wayne Brady's been a part of the show. Various people have gone in and out, but it's super fun. I recommend you watch. There's ridiculous amounts of episodes
Wayne
and
Brady's
clips
white.
that you can find on.
Yeah,
the
I seen the
internet,
Chappelle
and
sketch.
I would give it a look. If
He
you like
ain't
that
white.
kind of improv comedy. It's
Is
very,
Wayne
very
Brady
funny.
gonna
And
have
that's
to
only
choke
one
her? Is
example
Wayne
of
Brady
how
gonna
they
have
do
to choke
it.
her
There's
bitch?
so many different ways that they do
Yeah,
it.
that was his
That's
him
really
getting his
fun,
black card.
so. Okay, sing. The Kyoto Chachibana SHS band. Okay, looks like some kind of a marching band,
Alright,
maybe.
Yeah, we ain't watching.
But they're not marching; they're on stage.
I'm Action Man skipping this. We ain't adding nothing to
Is
it
that all your army?
anyway.
It's like, no, that's just half of it.
There was quite a lot of packing to.
Yeah, we ain't adding nothing to this. I guarantee you.
Product here. Yes, you buy the base unit, but you're making it your own through your own work. And then you're not smashing these things together and destroying them. You're using them as valuable collectibles.
Yeah, he had to infiltrate white culture to know all their secrets.
But also later down the line, they can have a lot of value, right? Depending on
all value. Yeah.
That I'm gonna
say word.
color.
So, like,
Action Man skipping.
and stuff.
All right, there we go.
He
I've been
called
wanting
the
to see
police
this.
about a cold McDonald's order. Really? Okay.
He's asking, can we get some fresh fries?
Okay.
He said, okay, the fries are not hot, touch the fries.
Yeah, I remember. I thought this looked familiar.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just get it fresh set?
Okay.
So is he getting the fries? And I said, can I also get the receipt? That was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, sir.
Dude called. He called
I want to run my store.
about what McDonald's did, and the police looking for him.
You can
Man,
use my property. Get off my property now. Or you can come and get, I'll do a refund. I say, sir, with cash.
We don't know what to think of this right now. We hard squinting into the screen right now. We still trying to understand what's going on with his hair. Like what? How is his hair this bunched up? It's so wacky.
Okay.
The fries and the burger.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get your information.
Okay.
What? Why would you?
Yeah, dude
call
should have
the
just
cops?
dipped. He knew he got warrants on him.
McDonald's?
Why did we call? We call
Never.
McDonald's and we
Cops
know
have
we got
better things to
warrants
do.
on
And
us.
first name?
A-N-T-O-I-N-E.
O-I-A-N-E. A-N-T-O-I-A-N-E. What's your birthday?
I'm at a complete loss.
What's a good telephone number for you?
Just watch it.
If he had said, okay, and then we got into a fight, and we started he swung at me, I swung at him, and I wanted to call
That's
you,
the
I didn't want to
absurdity
get
of the
into a fight.
whole
called.
thing,
Yeah,
Dave.
Yeah, we got call right
So
now.
I'm gonna go in and talk to him. Hey, Carl, will you hang out with him? All right, he's gonna hang out.
Yeah, it
with
didn't
us.
seem like
We're
he's
going
scared.
I'm at a loss. Like, what?
Yeah.
I hope
Why are
we
you
get to
calling the cops
the
out?
part that I
Outside.
remember.
Outside of here.
This would have been like the equivalent of me. Now,
What?
I told you about my infamous, because idiots on the internet made it infamous, my infamous chicken, what was it called? The chicken king.
Dude, idiots on the internet made it infamous. We've been talking about this chicken sandwich for like a year, maybe 2 years. No one made it infamous. You made it infamous. You want an apology. You were so inflamed with this fucking chicken sandwich. You had a scene in your OBS. I bet we still got that same scene in OBS. But idiots made it infamous. All right, whatever.
Sandwich or something at Burger King, where I went there one day.
He had a
with my
traumatic
wife.
incident.
We didn't want to go there.
Man, it
but
seemed like he got shot at the Burger King. That's how traumatic he made it seem like.
our first plans for eating fell through. So we went and got
On
Burger
Cat's
King during the
birthday.
pandemic.
On Cat's
So we went
birthday.
and got Burger King at the drive-thru, and when I went to eat it in the car, it was
Now look at this. Now we trying to make it seem like it's not a big deal. Yeah, we made this whole thing into an arc, and we still brought it up. Oh yeah, well Burger King, they finally accepted my apology. Give me some coupons. Give me some money.
such a disgusting
The
mess. There was no
foam,
way to eat it.
yeah.
It was so
That would make it
absolutely
better.
saturated in sauce. There was no
We
way to
still
even
angry
touch
about
to
it.
eat it.
We talking about it. It's making
so
us
I was like, I can't eat this,
it's
it's inedible, I'm gonna get rid
reinvigorating
of
us
it,
right now.
But I want to complain. That would have been like, instead of me going online and complaining, like via their
Yeah, just
service
run your
that, you know, that I
stream.
did, which was like, I think it was email or something.
This dude should have went home, booted up a stream, and said that his fries were cold. Yeah, that would have been better. Well, he wouldn't have went to jail if he did that.
And had the police.
So
come and
maybe
say,
he
"Look at
should
the
have did
sandwich they
that.
gave me." Right? Like, what? Why? Huh? That's not what the police are for.
Alright, the police are there just in case a troll get into your gated community. We're biting our nail, by the way.
It don't matter. So what happened? Okay, so break it down for me. What happened?
He insists that all his food's cold.
Okay.
He's burning my hands. So whatever. That's doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Get to the next level, starts cussing me.
Yeah, we heavily biting our nails. Yo, what are we doing? Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. We heavily biting our nails right now. I want to go back for it.
Huh?
Huh?
That's not what the police are for.
That's not what the police are for.
Somewhere. I don't want us to be outside talking. That's fine. We can talk right here. We'll go inside. It don't matter. So what happened?
I want to get this.
Okay. So break it down for me. What happened?
He insists that all his food's cold.
Okay.
He's burning my hands. So whatever. That's doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Get to the next
There
level,
you go.
starts
Get all that protein out. Perfect.
fresh fries. What? Here's a little old lady, and she just came up to us and said, if you even talk to the police, it's like, no, I got this. But
Yeah, that was delicious. We were thinking about that chicken right now.
I said, well, tell you what, you can take your business elsewhere. Give me a car, give me a refund. No, you're not going to give me an extra refund. You're going to give me food and my money back. I said, okay,
Yeah, he put his foot down. Yeah, you give it, pull a Dave. You give me my money back and the food.
So I took his food, took it to the Sprite, put it in the trash. Here, give me your card, I'll give you a refund. Take your business elsewhere. Please don't come back.
Okay.
Screaming at me, calling CT. You know,
Okay. Did you give him his refund?
Yeah, dude was going off. He forgot he got warrants on him.
Okay.
No, you're fine. This is the way he was talking.
Okay.
So I don't want him CT. I don't want to ever have him back.
Okay.
I mean, dude's obviously on probation.
Huh.
Okay. What is your information too? If you have your ID, that'd be much easier.
Dude, we just not.
Wait, I didn't even read the title of the video. Hold on a second here. Murder suspect.
Why did we not
calls the
look at
cops
it?
over cold McDonald's fries? Wait, there's a twist in this video.
It's not a twist in the video. They got it in the title. How is this a twist? It's not my fault, Dave. We can't pay attention. Yeah, it's a twist.
Let's fast forward.
Why are we
This guy's a
skipping?
murder suspect? Are you kidding?
That's what it says, Dave. Why are we skipping so much? What are we doing? Heavily skipping the video. Did the dude tell us to jump to the timestamp?
What?
You asking questions like this is a norm? Yeah, I know. I haven't seen that many, I haven't seen for extended, time a DSP versus the internet. So I'm a little thrown back. And Ziggy's giving me a red card. I agree.
It's not even true.
Give me the
Sometimes
red
let you
card for
pre-screen
this
the
one.
videos. No, what I do, so they're all posted in a thread.
My God.
I just copy paste the link.
Oh boy,
right?
is that what
so
we
it'll
do?
load in the browser. I usually just see, does YouTube flag the video for like adult content? I make sure it's a legit video, that it's not
Yeah.
like some stolen reposted video or something like that.
Oh, it doesn't have
And
porn
sometimes
in
I'll
it,
skim
yeah.
through, but I don't watch all the videos early, nor do I read all the information. I knew there was a video about McDonald's and cops at McDonald's. I didn't know it was a murderer suspect.
You telling me we don't screen these, especially the last time?
Last name for me.
SIMES.
Okay.
Yeah, valid Victorian. We never read. Yo, we hard biting our nail.
Okay. SIMES.
The second he was on frame, man.
OINA.
OINE.
OINE.
So I'm basically just banned from here.
Correct.
Not Kennesaw.
Yeah, the dude should have just left. He should have just left immediately.
Their name? I can't remember how to. He's got new forms, so I don't know.
His name here.
Yeah, just book it. You ain't getting out of this. Just book it.
So he's the manager or somebody else?
He's the owner.
So that's why he feels like it.
Okay, said if you want to take it in your eye, you call it forfeit.
Yeah. Nah, this is just 10 bucks.
Yeah, it's not that serious. Let me call the police. Let me
Where's this
forget.
going, though? It says murder suspect. Is something gonna happen to him? Are they gonna arrest him?
Are you gonna watch the rest? Perk doing perk things? That's messed up.
Yeah, I got the shades. Authorized representative of.
Yeah.
What's the address here?
What were we banning here?
Oh my god, it's so slow moving. What is gonna happen? I want something to happen.
Yo, we haven't acting like we have ADHD right now.
So there's possibly a 1099, 2049 Cobb Parkway.
We can't take any more of this. Something better happen or the video better end.
Yeah, I got it.
Yo, what are we doing? We really just skipping around.
Can I see it, sir?
Yeah. Can you come over here, man?
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you?
Yeah, he want the cops to shoot him.
Right.
But yeah, this is what I expected.
Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill it out.
Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yo, look at him. Broke his ankles. Yeah.
The cop fell. Oh no, the cop fell, dude.
Car.
The cop fell in his face.
6 Kennesaw, call Cobb.
Yeah, he booked it. Hell yeah. Oh wait, I think he get tased. I don't think they show it, but I think they tase him. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the video's gonna end. Did they find him? Oh, come on. This is way too much of a build-up to not have a payoff. Seriously?
Oh, come on.
Got him! Contact!
Yeah, there you go.
Contact, backside.
Tase him.
It ended. It would.
Cause they tased him, Dave.
Huh? I need to go.
How much did in tips did Dave have? Well, he ended with $30. So he's gonna be extra salty tonight. So that might be something for later. We'll see.
They did get him because they don't show the tase. He tased him.
You can't show that, Dave.
I'm so confused.
You skipped the video.
I mean, did he not know that he was wanted for murder?
They didn't know until they ran his name. You're not gonna know. He's like, oh, it's a black dude. He's probably wanted for something. Dave, they had to run his name and get his information.
How could you be involved in a murder case and not know, and then call the cops over?
It skipped his mind,
at
Dave.
McDonald's. I don't understand this at all.
All right, just best that you
I'm
don't
lost.
understand.
Like,
Just move on.
Why would this even happen?
Guy is stupid. That's why he's a criminal.
Obviously are wanted for something, or you suspect you may be wanted for something. Keep a low profile.
He's telling criminals how to keep a low profile. Yeah, if you're wanted for murdering someone, you might want to lay low for a few days, a few years, a few months.
Like, look at it this way: even if he went in there and he lost his temper at a McDonald's, right? And let's see what the owner said is completely true. The guy was swearing, he was pushing stuff around or whatever.
Hypothetical.
And then if you just leave and don't come back.
Clearly, you didn't think about that, Dave.
Gone. Maybe they have you on CCTV, but they don't have.
He's telling them how to be a better criminal, how to evade the law. Yeah, Dave knows all about it.
The receipt, they could have figured out.
We evaded paying taxes for how long?
But still, like if he left. Like, why? I just don't get why he called the cops over that.
Because he wasn't thinking, Dave. Right? That's it. That's the end of it. Why are we still
really
thinking?
Confusing.
I
don't know.
Are we done? Defend the murderers. He's just telling them what he could have did differently, and we watching. Look, as a cat. There you go.
That cat's reaction is pretty much my reaction to it as well.
Cool. Yeah, I can tell.
Okay.
Oh, we got some old video.
Original Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, we got wrestling? There you go, Sweaty Man JPEGs. What does he think about this?
Comes to you live from San Diego, California.
Oh my God, look at this.
We are jam-packed all the
Seriously?
way up to the rafters as the road
Yeah,
to
look.
WrestleMania
Yeah, look,
is
you see?
tonight. Yeah, you can feel the
It's a
electricity
simulated
in the arena. These fans
wrestling
are
arena with
ready for
action
Sunday.
figures.
No way! I totally can't see that.
Who has a special guest standing by?
My guests at this time, they are the tag team champions, the Hardy Boys. Matt, Jeff?
Are we
good to
really
have you
settled
back.
on watching
After
this?
being gone for 3 months at the hands of Rated Arco, you guys returned last week costing Rated Arco their tag team match. What's next?
Oh, excuse me, Chris. First off,
Oh, we really settled on this. We love this.
I don't know if this is AI voices.
We don't know if this is
or
AI.
If it's actually like their voices taken off of a real show, right?
Oh
I
my
wonder.
God,
is this a real, like, is this clips from the actual Monday Night Raw, but he turned it into
That was
stop
a
motion
Jose
animation
TV.
with figures?
cut to the chase, Edge.
Dude.
We are done playing games. We challenge you to a tag team match at WrestleMania. And hey, since Brother Nero and myself are in a wonderful mood, we will put the tag team titles on the line.
Wow, what a bombshell. The Hardys throwing
Wow.
out the challenge and putting their tag team titles on the line just to get Rated
It's the old.
RKO
It's like
in
the
the
old
match.
Titantron. Oh
Yeah,
my
but we have yet
God.
to hear from Rated RKO,
That's
and if they will
funny. He's got a
accept
little
the
LED
challenge.
screen that's like the old
I don't know, Corey.
Titantron.
The Hardys cost Rated
Yeah,
RKO
we
a match
we
last week,
action
and
man
now they're
skipping
using the
this.
tag team titles as bait.
I don't care what he thinks about wrestling.
Action figures, the colors of like Jim Ross, or anything like that. So maybe that's why they have John Cena at the commentary table.
Oh my lord, yeah. We're action man skipping
Hundreds
this.
of hours in else's
More figures, yo. Someone was in a mood with the figures.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
It's related
whatever.
to.
Froggy didn't look interested in
continue
that.
with our-
I don't care about Warhammer.
Okay. Oh,
Pinnacle
I
of
really
fighting
did.
game.
Oh, we got old school
Which is already
fighting
out now.
games.
Zanny to
Alright,
look
cool.
back at Mortal Kombat games.
Which is sad because Mortal Kombat 1, which really should be called Mortal Kombat 12, is actually one of the worst ones. They really goofed up with that one.
What was wrong with it? Tell me what was wrong with it.
And attempts the unenviable task of ranking them from worst to best. With iconic characters, oodles of lore, and an
The guy has
exceptional
no
ability to
like
craft
knowledge
deep
about
cinematic
playing Mortal
stories,
Kombat.
Mortal
but-
Kombat rightly sits alongside
Ooh,
Street Fighter
MK4.
and
I
Tekken
hated
as the
MK4.
pinnacle
I
of
really
fighting
did.
games.
I thought
To
it
be
was
clear,
You hate
this
everything.
rundown,
So what does that
handheld
mean?
versions, DLC, and expanded versions are not included.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk
It's
about each
the
standard game,
as
I'm
it was
sure.
released that features.
No,
Crossover
we
entries
didn't
such as
rage
Mortal
quit
Kombat
Street
versus
Fighter
DC
6. We're
Universe
putting it
were
on
not
hold
included
for Akuma. Yeah, we're waiting for
Mortal
Akuma.
Kombat Special Forces.
Oh,
It
But yeah, we
it's not
rage
really
quit
fighting.
that.
It's not a real fighting.
We didn't even want to give it another
Games
chance.
transplant some of Mortal Kombat's most favorite characters into an action.
I don't know, I never
adventure
played
beat-em-up
MK1.
spin-off.
I'm not a big,
But
MK
due to a
player.
difficult development period, whereby series co-creator John Tobias left the team midway through production, Mortal Kombat Special Forces was released in a sloppy, unfinished, boring, borderline unplayable mess. Swinging Jax's metal arms through bland environments on the hunt for criminal leader Kano was
empty
incredibly
environments. Look,
monotonous. In
boring.
a rush to get the
Bad
game
frame
finished,
rate.
Sonya Blade, whose inclusion as a playable character would have added some intrigue, was cut.
All right, let's just go.
Yeah, if you play it for a casual standpoint, yeah.
Oh, I
Like,
completely agree.
indie fighting games not
Mortal
gonna be that
Kombat
bad.
4
Like,
was
I'm playing
their attempt
Tekken
to
8 on
take
the
Mortal
casual
Kombat
standpoint, so
from 2D to 3D.
I'm enjoying
and
it.
Failed. Like the gameplay mechanics when the game released, the game was completely broken. They had to patch this game in arcades 3 times. And that's unheard of.
Yeah,
They
that's why
actually,
we
like,
couldn't
patched
play
an
this
arcade
game. We ran
but
the
game was
Super
so
Turbo.
unplayable, they had to keep
Because the
releasing
old
new
Mortal
versions of
Kombat
it
couldn't get
to make
fixed.
people want to play it because it was so bad. And the graphics weren't that good for the time. They were actually a little bit behind the times. And the gameplay elements they tried to add that were new, like with weapons, pull out a weapon and use it, they didn't really work and they were unbalanced. The game really was a mess.
So a new thing in the
Mortal
game.
Kombat
Wait a
4
minute.
wasn't a terrible.
So a new thing in the game that no one's done before didn't work at the start. So they had to fix it. Oh.
Game.
Okay.
But it's clear looking back that Midway Games suffered some difficulty in developing with fledgling 3D technology. MK4 is downright ugly. The introduction of melee weaponry was at least a step in the right direction.
Tekken can get
with
heated
characters
though. It really
restricted to
can.
2D movement, despite brawling. in
Tekken 8
3D
is a lot
environment
better,
was
I
jarring.
guess,
Worse still was the
accessibility wise.
strange
You can
inclusion of a
jump into it a
maximum
lot
damage
better.
cap to
We
the
can
game's
still get
combo
fucking
system.
washed.
No,
Especially
it
in
wasn't,
ranked.
because The original version didn't have it. It was broken. When MK, I know because I was there in arcades. When MK4 originally
Yeah, I
released
was
in
there.
arcades,
I was on the ground.
No damage cap, and there was infinite combos that were so easy to do. So Raiden, his throw,
like
he
Tekken,
walks forward,
compared
he
to
grabs your
Tekken
leg,
8,
he twists it, and the other guy will say, "Don't grab my leg." So you could run up and twist the leg, and then immediately do it again. You could
Were
do
they
a throw
mashers?
infinite.
Did people
You've never
mash
even
them?
heard of that in a fighting game before?
Yeah, we
A
skipping.
throw infinite.
We don't care.
But you could do it in Mortal Kombat 4. So what happened was people complained this game's not competitive. It's unplayable. Why'd you do that? The previous Mortal Kombats aren't like that. So then they patched it. They fixed the infinites, and they made it so that if you do high damage combos, they scale and don't do a lot of damage anymore after like the 7th or 8th hit. So that made it so even if you do an infinite, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't do any damage anymore. So that's why they did that. But man, the game was so broken.
Brawling in a 3D environment was
This is fun and
jarring.
interactive.
Worse still was the strange inclusion.
Depends
of
on how you
maximum
define
damage
fun and
cap.
He thinks
interactive.
it's
But
strange.
yeah, it's
but I know
very
exactly
interactive.
why they did it because the first version was broken to shit.
Human-like interaction. I don't know. I'm getting
Automatically
alien
stopping a
vibes.
combo if they deal a
I'm getting the
certain amount of
alien from
damage.
Man in Black.
Unresponsive controls and bland new characters round out one of the worst Mortal Kombat games ever.
What's hilarious is those bland new characters.
That was
but
the
then those
best
characters
thing.
Went on to become like staples, like Quan
fucking
Chi,
LTG.
Shinnok,
He was doing
Jarek.
strings.
They're all in other Mortal Kombats as well, and they're part of the big lore.
This
But
motherfucker
at
is
the time, people were like, yeah,
garbage.
these characters
And
kinda
that just
stink.
resonated
people are
down
used to,
the
like,
fucking
big bosses,
mic.
like Goro and stuff like that, and there's nothing like that in Mortal Kombat.
Dave could
4
never
at
get
all.
that pissed. Even last night. Or
Mortal
Friday
Kombat
night.
Mythologies.
This is the other spin-off game. There were
The
two
first
spin-offs.
spin-off
This is
to
the
come
other
out
one,
of
and
the
this one
Mortal
sucked.
Kombat
Yeah, he just said it
series
was a
not
spin-off.
as ill-conceived as Special Forces, but Mortal Kombat Mythologies
Look
Sub-Zero
at this.
still wasn't
Yeah,
great.
look at
It
this.
didn't
You
look,
see?
it didn't look this bad. This is a
Decent
bad
cast and
capture of it.
serviceable story. One whereby we control the
I don't know. He
original
should have pointed the
Sub-Zero
camera at the
Bihar
TV. That
as
would
he
have been better.
forges a way through blandness to find an amulet for the evil Quan Chi.
Imagine trying to play a 2D
Imagine?
fighter, but there's no turning around. Like, for example, when you're playing a fighting game, you got two characters facing each other. So if you jump over, your characters automatically turn around to face each other again. In this game, they don't.
Because
So
it's not
you'll
a fighter?
jump over a character and be facing the wrong way. And then you can just get attacked from behind and you get fucked up. Or you could go the wrong, you think, oh, I'm supposed to turn around. You run off the cliff by accident because you didn't realize you keep running that direction. There was like a button to turn around.
So there
It
was a way to
so
turn
awkward,
around.
It just doesn't work. You
So
can't
it doesn't
turn Mortal
work.
Kombat into a platformer. And that's exactly what they did. They turned it into a fucking platforming game.
The main
I don't know.
issue here, though, was the unrefined
I never played it. He's
controls
probably
brought
wrong
over
about
from
something.
Mortal Kombat's one-on-one
It just doesn't
fighting.
work. Okay, what's next?
There we go. Just skip it.
Armageddon?
There's an element
He
of
thinks Armageddon
quantity
sucks,
over
huh?
quality at play in Mortal Kombat.
I'm not saying it sucks. I don't know,
Individual
man. They just
fatalities
ranking
were
it. What
replaced
they
by
think is the best and
universal
worst
fatality
things.
combo system.
Oh.
which
I don't know. I
got
kind of
very
remember
stale.
Armageddon.
Also,
Just mainly the
every
gore.
character's
This is like a
multi-fighting
wild
style
game
was pared
back in the
down
day
from 3
for me.
to 2. One
This
fighting
was like
style
this
and
was a
one weapon
ridiculous
style,
game.
rendering an experience which felt like a downgrade from MK titles prior.
I wasn't
Still, it's
exposed to
hard be too
anything like
discouraging
this.
about
This just
such a
blew my
massive
mind.
roster, even though the fresh antagonist and protagonist felt derivative.
I would say for the time, those graphics actually aren't that bad. But, yeah, it sounds like the gameplay was terrible. You saw the gameplay looked bad.
I don't know. Are we gonna
Mortal
play it?
Kombat, what people don't realize is
What?
it started off as a direct competitor to Street Fighter in arcades. So it tried to emulate that formula of competition.
It's a fighting
But in
game at the end of the
2000s
day, Dave. So they were always going to compete with Street Fighter or whatever the fighter was at the time. Yeah, so whatever.
As arcades fell out of prominence, all right, and Street Fighter stopped making new Street Fighter games for the longest time. It was almost a decade. Mortal Kombat continued. And they said, well, how do we continue and strive? Well, let's just make console versions of these games. Well, let's make the console versions like party games, right? Like they're not meant to be serious competitive fighters.
You can make
Let's just
anything
throw in as many
serious.
fighters
People
as
made Smash
possible
Brothers serious.
into one game. And who cares if the controls and gameplay is good? Just make
Okay.
it flashy and make a lot of gore. And that's what they did. And apparently, from what I'm to understand, the games continue to be very popular. The sad
Well,
fact,
because
though,
everyone pretty
is
much
that
played the
Mortal
same.
Kombat
They
has
shared the
never
same
really recovered
fatalities.
from that. And even though they
And
definitely
maybe
did a
that's
good
why I
job,
liked it.
feel,
It
of
was
bringing
very
back the game with
noob
that
friendly
trilogy
too.
of 8, 9, and 10. Excuse me, 9, 10,
Yeah,
and
I would
11.
just mash it.
Now Mortal
Mash.
Kombat 1, it almost feels like they went back to the drawing
The
board. and
best
made
way to
almost like
play
a party
fighting
game
games.
again, because it doesn't feel anywhere near as competitively good as, say, Street Fighter 6 is. So,
Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance.
Deadly Alliance.
2002's Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance.
I don't know. It might have been
was
Deadly
attempt to clone
Alliance
the
I remember
trilogy of
playing. It
lackluster
was maybe
MK
Armageddon
games
or
which
Deadly
came
Alliance.
Mortal Kombat Mythology, Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat 4, and Mortal Kombat Special Forces were firmly in the past, as Deadly Alliance targeted the home console experience as
How is that even Kung Lao? Look at that. It's Kung Lao fighting with a sword.
Because he got a hat. He got the fucking razor hat. He can throw it.
3D era.
It's almost like it's a different design for Kung Lao.
With the headline here being that MK's most dastardly foes, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, had joined forces to reap hell on the timeline.
Kung Lao and Derek.
The fighting wasn't bad too. With a
Armageddon had kart races. You can play crack. Ah, that's gross.
Deadly
I kind of want to
Alliance
see
in
what
the
that
end
looked
was
like
let
now.
down by an overly
I'm gonna look it
simple
out on my
conquest
own just to
mode
see how
and
it is.
fatalities. Still, there's evidence here that Midway were onto something. Mortal Kombat.
The original Mortal Kombat was interesting
Oh,
because what
Lord.
they tried to do was
We
copy
into it
Street
now.
Fighter. I mean, literally, look at it. It's the same energy bars. It's the same two fighters standing
Tell
there.
you
It's
what,
almost the
Johnny
same
Cage
screen
from
as
part
Street Fighter,
1 was
right? Street Fighter
fired for
2.
appearing in the rival
But they wanted
game.
to make digitized characters to make it look more
Yeah.
realistic, but then they wanted to add extreme gore, and that was the catch. The actual gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1 is not actually good. It's actually not very a competitive game at all. It's
Yeah,
kind of
I didn't know
boring,
that. I'm not a
slow-paced,
real
and not
gamer.
fun. Mortal Kombat 2 is better. Mortal Kombat 3 is where the
Net
series hit
play
its stride
sessions.
because they added the run button, and then
I
it
need
became
the
way
host
more
somehow.
fast-paced and high combos, and then the game became really good. Like, I feel like Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 is probably my favorite game in the entire
I'm
franchise.
probably the wrong person to
Good
host
roster,
anything.
good
Fake
combat
gamer
mechanics and
alert.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I never claimed
There you go.
it. I never claimed it.
Game
Yeah,
that
right.
kickstarted it all. 1992.
Oh, well, I'm just
Mortal
gonna
Kombat
block that
7.
out and
These are
always
Mortal
say
Kombat
I'm a
1,
real gamer.
And then
You're the fake
what's the
gamer.
next one?
Go back to
Deception?
Helldivers.
Mortal Kombat Deception. Expanding on
I'm sure you're having
everything
fun in
which
your
made Deadly
mech.
Alliance
I need to
good,
play that more.
Mortal Kombat
I'm
Deception
so behind in
featured a
Helldivers.
sizable roster complete with the return of classic characters, plus new weapons, death traps, multiple fatalities, and combo breakers, rounding out an awesome fighting experience.
So it was Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon was the order. Okay, so I didn't even know that because I didn't play them. This is Mortal Kombat
Anti-democracy.
3.
I got the
disagree. Listen,
game.
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 is higher.
I don't know.
Mortal Kombat 20.
You know, I don't see you in the game.
The reboot. Mortal Kombat 2, the
Get
original.
your ass back on the battlefield. I'm waiting
Mortal
on you.
Kombat
I'm waiting for
11.
people to
Actually,
boot
Mortal
up.
Kombat 11 is
Yeah,
that
you gotta
good?
jump
This
in
is
the
best
the
one.
field.
Mortal Kombat 10. Wow. I wonder. Let's see why he says Mortal Kombat 10
Boot
is
up
the
right
best
now.
one.
Well, not now.
Mortal
Well,
Kombat
I am on the PlayStation,
A
but
fighting game is nothing.
I'm almost
without
done
its
here.
characters. And Mortal Kombat X delivered
I see you in the
arguably
usual
freshest,
place, the
most
usual
vibrant
VC
new
if you're still
characters
on.
since Mortal Kombat 2. Led by memorable protagonist Cassie Cage, Kotal Khan, Aaron Black, and the deeply unsettling Devora.
Right,
also-
it was the new generation, basically the new generation.
So
of
a new
fighters were
game!
Kids of
The new
previous
kids,
fighters,
yeah.
right?
Kids are
Plus you had
playing Mortal
Khan
Kombat.
instead of
They
Shao
ruined
Kahn.
it.
And then you had
This is where the
Devora, a
mashes
character
came in.
from the NetherRealm as well.
deserve a mention.
Or Outworld.
The pressure on NetherRealm to include favorable new characters must have been huge after the death of so many characters in Mortal Kombat 9.
Right.
But somehow they pulled it off. The fatalities
Yeah, we waiting
were
for
their
that
most
story to come back.
ruthless too. Sometimes to a point
That's gonna
where they
beat the
gore
Twin
us
Peaks of the
into
world.
the
Archer
to
style.
behold.
Yeah.
The reintroduction of brutalities, alongside the fleshing out of X-Ray.
I totally forgot about Ferrator. The combo.
What?
I don't think I used it,
Ferrator?
That's why.
I already got that
made Mortal
Ferrator.
Kombat X the most brutally brilliant entry in the entire series.
I think Mortal Kombat 10 was good because it had the 3 styles per character, so you could play it in various ways. But at the same time, there was only really one that
So
was
it's a
good.
mixed bag. Yeah, mixed bag. We get it.
I didn't mean to say from British.
Switch games? Alright, I want to see what he thinks about Switch games for the thing we literally don't ever play.
Pentiment. You know, I don't know anything about Pentiment. People have mentioned it. I want to see what that is.
Ball, and it's got a killer soundtrack. What more could you want? Moving on, we have the
Did I
Nintendo
say it's from British? I meant to say it's from Britain. I didn't mean to say from British. I misspoke.
Direct surprise reveal. Yes, it's Pentiment. You ever fancied?
We don't know
solving a
any of
murder
these
mystery
games.
in
We'll
a
never play
Bavarian
any
art
of them,
style?
so there's no point
Well,
even
that's
watching
what this
it.
game
You should have just
is.
skipped
It
this.
appears very simple on the face of it, but the more you get into this game, the more that things start to blossom and evolve, and you see an incredible amount of world building here as well. The 16th century Bavarian art style isn't just for show either. It actually feeds back into the gameplay in some interesting and clever ways. The writing is ultra sharp, performance is perfect in handheld and in docked mode. There's basically nothing to dislike about this game apart from, well, PJ complained about the maps. That's something. But apart from that,
Yeah,
Well,
we did
here's
not
the
say
thing.
nothing. What's the thing?
Some people don't like that. They want a game that has a challenge and skill and action based, and the game's not like that. So some people might not like the game because of that, right?
Right?
2,
Yeah, it's a game, so most people probably won't like it.
Right?
Some people probably will.
Quake 2 on Switch. What the hell
Yeah,
is
just skip
Comp 2?
Had over the years, what would happen if the ball from Pong escaped? And I've got to be honest, that concept alone is enough to sell me on this game. I mean, it's just so simple. So, you know, sort of, oh, what if it escaped? But it ends up being this wonderful, dynamic experience as a result.
we really like
this. It's wonderful when a simple idea manages to blossom into something so substantial and so lovely.
So that's it. It's just Pong.
Yes.
A Pong what if scenario. Sea of Stars, obviously we know what that is. I'm playing it and I like it.
You're not playing it now? When was the last time we played Sea of Stars? We never going back to that game.
I wanted to get
what was it, December?
Like 2 years ago, and it got delayed.
Yeah, we're playing it. Yeah, where? I don't see it on the schedule.
I've never played them. I've heard that they're fine games though. Pocket Card Jockey Ride On. What the heck is this?
It's a game you don't know.
That does not work against it. This is still a fantastic game. And do you know what it is at its core? It's flipping solitaire. How do they manage to make solitaire this exciting? You got to maintain your stamina. You got to get your horse in the right position.
It's like
you got the map.
Advanced solitaire.
Yeah,
I don't know if I agree with this
he
one.
just said that.
Outer Wilds?
It's
okay,
solitaire.
Outer Wilds, and it's a pretty decent
game. Why
I
don't we agree the game is solitaire?
Prince of Persia: The Lost. Oh, is this the new Prince of
Whatever.
Persia?
We got to debunk the
Dubious
dude.
about this because I don't wish to be rude. It's an Ubisoft game
Yeah.
and I've been burnt in the past, but not this time. This game is fantastic. If you like your Metroidvanias, you are gonna have so much to love here.
It's the Prince of Persia Metroidvania hybrid game that came out in January that I skipped because I was playing too many other games.
Yeah, it's not an RPG.
Blasphemous
Why did we
2?
skip this?
Isn't this
We
supposed to be
complain
like
about
Dark Souls?
RPGs, but it's not an RPG.
That can affect how you
You can't play
I played the first one,
Metroidvania.
didn't I?
of the game. It doesn't change everything, obviously.
Yeah, I played the first one.
Cool, skip it.
Pikmin 4, I skipped. I'm
Turn
sad I
around.
skipped it, man.
Yeah, I thought we were a gamer. Why did we skip
The
so
thing is,
much?
I don't think Pikmin's gonna work with my audience today. Even when I played Pikmin 3 back in the
What the fuck? I don't think Pikmin's gonna work with my audience, but all these RPGs will? You don't know what works with your audience. You just say we hate Nintendo.
day, a lot of people were like, "Why are you playing this?" This was like 10 years ago, right? It was a long time ago. People were like,
Just
"Why are
say
you
we
playing
don't
this
have
game?"
any
Some
interest
people
in
liked
it.
But it wasn't everyone. Today, I feel like if I played this, no one would care. Like people would.
Nobody cares
The thing is,
now.
again, with me doing Nintendo stuff, it's very hard to get an audience for Nintendo games.
Yeah,
unless
because
they're,
we
like,
threw
the
our
biggest
Wii U in
ones,
the
like
trash can,
Breath of
huh?
the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom or something like that.
You know, I could do Simra.
So I don't think this would have
Kuroga?
worked, honestly.
I think you could
Jackson,
do it
I know it's
on.
a good
You
game.
should be able to do it on Twitch.
RPG,
I'm
I
pretty
played
sure
it,
I
loved
played
it.
that on Twitch. I'm
Bullshit
pretty
Phantom
sure.
Detective.
If I
Isn't
boast,
this
you
the
could
one where
try
you're
on
trying to solve your
YouTube.
own
There's
murder?
nothing
I
bad
think it is.
in
It's
it.
like one of those mystery games you're trying to solve your own
There's probably
murder.
even a category. I would
Cool.
look for the
Okay, I don't know anything about this game.
category. If it's on there, then yeah.
Let's see here.
Next up, we have Cocoon. Now, this is a puzzle.
Just look
game
on
that broke
Google.
my
Just
brain.
Google it
In
up
many ways,
if
it's
you're
a very
always
low-key
confused.
game allowing you to take on the puzzles in your own way, in your own time. But at the
You
same time,
condition
you
your
have to do
audience
some
to hate
serious
Nintendo.
lateral
Yeah, I
thinking
wonder why
in
he
order
can.
to get out of the various situations you find.
He conditioned his audience to hate Nintendo and only want to see new games. So that way, when there's no new games or they're all RPGs, he can either say, "Oh, well, it's RPG Burnout," or "We gotta wait for this new game to come out." Yeah, it's almost like it's a bad decision.
Find yourself
Just
in.
sorely
You
want to
have
play
these
new
orbs,
games
right,
and
you can
only have
carry
to
them
rely
around
on
and
that.
then you can set
If
them
it's
down on
bad, then
pedestals,
you just gotta
and then you
slander
can
the
dive
game.
in, and there's a whole world in there, and you can take orbs
Yo,
into
we
the
are
world, so you
fucking
can carry
bored
worlds
right
within
now.
worlds, and sometimes you can find another way to enter
I don't
a
know
world,
why didn't
so
we
you can
skip
carry
this
a
when we were
world
here.
into itself, and it is amazing though. There is
Man.
no text in the game apart from the title screen and the pause menu. That's the only text, and I suppose the credits. The game just presents everything to you so naturally. It is entirely show.
So it's a unique puzzle exploration game. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so cool.
You know, this one I know nothing about, and so many people talked about Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, why
coming
didn't we
to
play
the
it?
really good game, but that was like a year or two ago. Let's see
Yeah.
what it is. I've never seen
And
any
that
footage of it.
is very difficult to do, and it does it perfectly.
Yeah, people were yelling at me to
Yeah.
play this
Next up,
game.
we have
We pick and
Vampire
choose what we
Survivors.
play
It's
when
a
people yell
simple,
at us
simple
about it.
game,
What the hell is this?
This is technically a roguelike.
It's a roguelike.
But realistically, it's more of a.
It's a pretty good one too, but we didn't play it.
In this game, you will not be putting it down, but you will have an enormous smile on your face. So that's always a bonus.
What do we hate about this?
With friends. Well, maybe it depends.
What do we actually hate about this?
And how well you get.
This reminds me of an arcade game from back in the day, like Smash TV. Or,
he's so boring. Yeah, because he doesn't have anything you can add to it.
Gauntlet?
We're not going to have no music playing. We're not going to interact with the chat. We're not going to do anything. So yeah, then he wouldn't be able to make this
Gauntlet?
work.
No, I've never seen this at all.
Have you ever played Gauntlet?
Before. I had no idea this is what Vampire Survivors
I don't know how was this reminding them of Gauntlet.
This is so weird. It's an addicting game made by like one person when it launched. It's so weird that this became virally popular. Someone totally must have been like a big streamer and played it.
Why does someone have to be a big streamer? People just couldn't buy it? Yeah, obviously PewDiePie or someone had to watch it or to get this game popular. How you think Among Us and all these other big games come out? Yeah, he hates this. Hey, Snoot.
And then a bunch of people say, "Oh," and then they played it, right?
Ultra Instinct
so hard to get attention. And how much you
it's impossible for
30 other games that look just like this.
It's impossible for look just like this. It's impossible for anyone else to like a game without someone streaming it and making it popular. No, someone had to be a big streamer. It's like Call of the Lamb. It's a memer streamer game.
And this just happened to be the one that a streamer played, and this one blew up.
What streamer? We just putting out information we have we know nothing about.
Reason why. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game at all.
Yeah, you
Sometimes
are.
The most simplistic looking games.
Then why are we shitting on it?
The most addicting and fun. And I'm glad that a game like this that I've never seen, I never would have expected a game that looks like this would have broken out to be popular, right? Pretty crazy.
We literally we only judging the book by its cover. Something you're not supposed to do with Dave. He's like, guys, just give me a chance. Give me one chance, guys. Don't look at all the troll videos. Yeah, this game looks like duty. I don't know how people did it. It must have been like a memer streamer.
Crazy.
Along with them, but even so, it has the potential. The game can struggle on Switch a little bit when things get really
I don't think
hectic,
you understand.
But by that point,
one day, maybe the politics channel is gonna open his eyes.
You'll be okay.
It might.
F099.
Oh yeah, this is the one where it was people.
Word of mouth travels far.
Right?
Yeah, that is a good point. We want word of mouth about our channel. But yeah, if it's word of mouth about a game, yeah, no, that's not right. A streamer had to play this.
Fine. Like Battle Royale. Oh, I've never seen Dave the Diver. People have talked about this one too.
Maybe don't play this game because I swear.
There you go. Even the guy said don't play this game.
Dog's body, you know, you got to go down. You got to catch fish in order to make sushi.
Or Pac-Man to his audience. Yeah, that was a hot segment.
Then they expect you to serve all the
I would watch Dingus play Pac-Man over Dave.
It's an absolute delight.
At least Dingus looked like he was having fun with it.
It's almost a little bit overwhelming, and better yet, there is a demo available on Switch as well. In fact, that's what you're looking
play
at right
Street Fighter
now.
to bring mainstream. Yeah, I agree.
There's only one price better than
yeah, Dave wasn't jumping on at the right time. Alex Valle, he brought Street Fighter to prominence. Capcom with a state of small-time developer.
I'm afraid I've got that all wrapped up. So just download this one instead. Oh, we're getting towards the end.
Oh, more Pikmin.
I wonder if that's any good. Dave the Diver? I don't know.
I don't know. You want to check it out? Probably
Pikmin 1
not.
and 2, that's right.
Yeah, just move on. We're not going to remember it after today.
Mario Wonder, I agree. That was one of my best games of last year. Tears of the Kingdom. And that was it.
Just skip that.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got time for another video? Yes, we did.
So in my last video, I talked about songs that are misunderstood.
Oh, this is cool.
Oh, Lord.
So this is
we talking about music.
Songs whose lyrics are completely misunderstood. We've already watched this video about a month or two ago, and it was...
Dude, we literally just So we did have another thing that was a repeat. He said it... Yeah, I heard thongs, too. I want to go back for it.
Really are misunderstood.
Oh, this is cool. So this is songs.
Thongs. Yeah, it's thongs. It's like Cisco.
Completely misunderstood.
But he said there was another video that was a repeat.
And it was really good. So now let's watch this. We might not have time to watch the whole thing. Maybe I'll split it between two videos. I don't know.
I thought we already seen it.
Let's fast forward to
yeah, just fast forward it.
The videos here.
Yeah, you idiot! You gave me the same video. Yeah, we'll play it again.
First and foremost, everybody in the comments wanted me
very
to talk
misunderstood
about Hey Ya by Outkast.
Hey Ya was misunderstood. I don't know about this one.
Of the song sounding fun.
It was pretty easy to understand.
So people just assume that the lyrics follow suit. Nope. This iconic track is actually a dark tale about how people stay in unhappy relationships because that's what tradition tells them they should be doing.
Wow.
If what they
I
say
love
is
these
nothing
speed
is
to
for
play some MW2 troll levels.
Then what makes
Yeah.
love the exception?
Back in them days,
why are we so in
it
denial?
was the Wild
we know we're not
West.
happy here. Wow, those are the lyrics.
True, the
See, I never
Wild
even heard
West.
the lyrics to the song. I'm serious.
How often do we listen to Hey Ya?
I've never heard the lyrics to the song. That's awful. That's freaking awful. Wow.
Wow.
Can't Feel My Face is one of those things where, sure.
Yeah, The
there's
Weeknd
a
got a
lyric
lot of
lyrics
like
guide,
sad
but it should not
songs.
fool
If
as
he's
many
surprised
people
about
as
The
it does.
Weeknd,
It's like
man.
Clark Kent putting on glasses to hide the fact that he's super.
Living in denial
this
is
a vague love
sad? No
song
way.
About being infatuated with a girl. That perspective sent it to the top of the charts. It was a massive radio hit, and it was even nominated for a Kids' Choice Award.
What?
But even with the tiniest bit of critical
Yes, things
thinking,
with a good
it's
beat,
comparing
it can make it
infatuation
far in the
with a
music
girl
industry,
to a
Dave.
cocaine addiction.
Right. That's why
Good
you
work,
can't feel your
Nickelodeon.
face.
Yeah, I already knew about this.
You know Randy Newman, the guy that made You've Got a Friend in Me
Yes.
from Toy Story? You're gonna want to
Yes,
buckle
yeah,
up
he
to the
was,
story
he
of
couldn't
his
wait to
track
see a white dude.
I
He's
would assume
like, oh
the
yes,
majority of people
I know about
see
Randy
that
Newman.
one cute
Thank
picture
God.
song and that's it. But Randy has a
Yeah, no more
long,
nails to
relatively
chew.
controversial career as a singer-songwriter. Throughout his
No line, it was
discography,
too
he's
fast.
written
He
songs
didn't
that
have enough
bully
time to
little
make fun
people,
of his hair. He
happily
just skipped
inviting
it.
slaves into the United States, glorifying violence against the LGBTQ community,
Wow.
and much more. But all of these are
Wow.
satirical songs written from the point of view of terrible, horrible human beings. You're supposed to be disgusted by the lyrics, not sing along with them. And I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. In all of the cases that I've listed so far, and especially with his song Rednecks, the very people that he's satirizing take the songs and use them as celebrations.
Wow.
Rednecks has
Wow.
lyrics that are anti-Semitic
That's all we had
and
to say?
extremely racist. The N-word is used more than a few times.
Oh, no.
And the context behind the talk show that he's referencing in the lyrics is super intense. But with all that in mind, Randy Newman had to stop playing the song in the South.
Grammy Award
because
winning
people at his
Randy
concerts
Newman.
were
Yeah,
singing along to
this is
it
the one
like it
person
was
you can
the
relate
national
to.
anthem.
You look at the
Wow.
skit.
That's funny.
That's funny? Wait, what?
YouTube muted it, by the way. YouTube muted the video there. Did you hear that? How there was no music? YouTube muted the
Yeah, that's
guy's
funny.
video.
Dude saying the N-word?
This
Yeah,
is
that's funny. I
hilarious how
agree.
People misunderstand the lyrics and take it for what it's not supposed to be, man.
Video, I talked about a few different songs that people would not be dancing to at their weddings.
Right, yeah, I remember.
If they knew what they were actually about. Misery Loves Company, so here are a few more examples of stuff that isn't as romantic as you might expect.
Okay.
Lips of an Angel by Hinder is a power ballad that might feel
I love the
like
ad-libs.
lovey-dovey,
It's
but
like a
it's
Waka
about wanting to
Flocka
cheat on your
rap
significant other
album.
with your ex.
What the hell?
Okay. Nah.
Billy Idol's White Wedding is pretty blatant about being anti-marriage, but I've seen plenty of stories about it being played during a reception just because it has wedding in the title.
What the hell?
Nice day for a white wedding.
It's understandable to want to include the hopeful strings from the Verve's Bittersweet Symphony when you're getting married, but
Yeah, I wonder if
trying to
Dave
ends
played
meet,
this for
you're a
his
slave
wedding.
to money, then
Yeah, I
you
was just
die.
gonna
wonder
say,
what song
it's
he
a
picked.
depressing song about the human existence of life. It has
Oh.
nothing to do with marriage or happiness at all. That's why it's
Yeah,
called
Dave
Bittersweet
reflected.
Symphony. Life is a
He
symphony.
looking back on all the songs he used to listen to, like, huh, what other songs did I listen to? Radiohead? I wonder if that had any hidden messages into it.
But it's bittersweet because of all the harsh reality you
Human
have to face
existence
going
of
through a
life.
human life. Why on earth would that be played at a wedding when you're supposed to be vibrant and happy about life?
That wedding
No,
in it,
that's
Dave.
really
People
weird.
didn't
That's
think
really
too
weird
far
strategy
into it.
during my first dance.
Yeah, Old Town Road probably bring up bad memories too.
And
You think of all the
Possession by
trolls
Sarah
talking about
McLachlan
Cat.
is a baffling, bizarre case of misunderstood non-romance. This song was inspired by actual stalkers that
Whoa.
were sending Sarah detailed letters about how they were going to be together forever.
Oh my God.
This chorus that's talking about holding her down and wiping away her tears.
Yeah, this is the Action Man
incredibly
riz.
creepy.
Wow.
The song title
Allegedly.
is ominous enough on its own, but for whatever reason, people still dedicate it to their loved ones.
Yeah, they just play songs and have a good time.
That's
On the
creepy.
opposite
They can listen to
end of
Air
the
Force
spectrum,
Ones, they can
trust
listen to
me, I know
anything at
this one
weddings.
sounds dumb, but it's true.
They
People
lift in the
mistake
mood,
Bob
though.
Marley's No Woman, No Cry as a song for bachelors and the joys of being single.
What?
It's not No Woman, No Cry, as in when I don't have a lady in my life, I'm happy. It's No Woman, No Cry. He's comforting a woman near and dear to his heart.
Right.
At first glance,
Big up
Love
to
Song
Bob
by
Marley.
Sarah Bareilles is a typical track.
How do people get this so wrong?
What do you mean?
Completely misunderstand the song.
He make it seem like he understood it the entire time. Why are we watching this then? Like, how can people be so stupid and didn't understand the lyrics? Yeah, Dave, you understood the lyrics to every song you listened to? Oh my God, he making it seem like he's so smart. He figured this all out.
Some of these, all right. Like, for example.
What?
Last time around, we had Semi-Charmed Life, right?
What?
By Third Eye Blind.
Mhm.
The song sounds happy.
Yeah, rap.
So if you were to tell me someone misunderstood that song as a happy song, I'd be like, if you didn't understand the lyrics, you're not listening.
Yeah, Dave.
I would say to you.
Dave was in the back.
Okay. Yes.
Dude, listen to every single song. He just humming along, but yo, this is fucked up. You don't get it? He's sitting there with the blunt in his hand, like, yeah, you don't understand that this song is about the human existence of life, man.
It sounds like a happy song. But some of these songs, No Woman, No Cry, just listen to the lyrics. It has nothing to do with being single and happy.
You really listen to every single lyric when you listen to music? You just want to feel a mood, man.
It's got to be so frustrating.
You never just want to vibe out?
Being an amazing artist, right?
Okay, of
you
course.
pour your
Have to be
heart and
amazing.
your soul into what you're creating to portray a
Not all the
message to
time.
the public. And the public are so fucking stupid that they completely turn it into something it's not and then act like that's what you intended. Like, oh my God.
We really feeling for
Randy
these
Newman
artists.
Must be like, dude, you guys like this? 'Cause I think I have to split the part.
There we go. Go ahead.
But if you
split
guys
the
like this,
part.
we'll continue in the next part because I'm enjoying this video.
Yo, we are?
So, all right, let's split the part. And when we come back in part 4, we'll continue on with
What do you say between
misunderstood
parts? I wanna
songs
hear
and music.
this.
Sounds good. All right?
Sounds good.
All right, guys, thank you so much. See you in the next part.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Really quick.
We begging?
I have to pee.
There we
So
go.
give me a second here.
I
to
gotta
Mr. Mike,
pee.
come right
I
back,
gotta
and
tinkle,
we'll
guys.
Continue on. Sounds good?
Sounds good. Yeah. We just got up. What a good time to leave. Yeah, we skipping. Are we back? I don't know. I thought we were back. Hello?
Okay, guys, we're going to continue on. We're in the second half of the show now. Okay? Thanks for chilling with me. I hope you're enjoying the show. I'm liking it so far.
We misunderstood Frogga as
support the stream in
time.
some way.
What do you
I would
mean
very
it was
appreciate
back
it.
to
Anything
Africa
appreciated
time?
today. I try to hit the tier 1 tips goal.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get to that
Do
point
that.
in the
We'll
throwback
move us away
channel.
From that, but anything else, appreciate it as well. Okay?
Actually,
All
I'm
right,
playing
let's
Fortnite.
continue.
That sounds like a time for me to not watch.
Do I like Bob Marley? I haven't really listened to too much of his music.
Of course.
Besides the stuff that's just pop culture, very known.
So we
I
only
wouldn't be
listen
able
to
tell you
popular
unless I
stuff,
heard some of
okay?
his lesser known works. Then maybe
Yeah,
I'd
we
say,
won't go out our
fair
way to
enough.
listen to Bob Marley.
I like the stuff that I've heard, though. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. Welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 55 for March 10th, 2024.
I like the fake
We're actually
newscaster
continuing on with the
voice.
submissions level clips for submissions tier members. And I'm just going to continue with this video, the even more misunderstood songs, because it's such fascinating stuff. I really enjoy this, and I wanted to keep going with it. So let's
Fake
continue.
voice. Yeah, I'm
See what
really
else people
enjoying
don't
this,
understand
guys.
in song lyrics.
About a relationship's ups and downs. I'm not gonna write you a love song because you asked for
Oh, I
it.
know
'cause
this
you
song.
Need one. But in reality, this was basically a middle finger to her record label.
Ah.
They kept rejecting the songs that she was writing
hmm.
and bringing to them. They were pressuring her to make safer, radio-friendly songs, and in response, she came back with this radio-friendly song that was actually super passive-aggressive.
them.
In the end, this tongue-in-cheek track, born out of frustration and written in 30 minutes, ended up being her biggest hit ever.
That's
You don't
hilarious.
say.
She wrote it in 30 minutes because she liked her other music, and she wrote
Yeah,
this
they
in
just
middle
said
finger. Well, I
this.
don't wanna
They
write you a
literally just said
crappy
this,
love
by the
song
way.
that means nothing, but that's because you think that will sell. I'll write what I want. And then she wrote this song, and then it's her biggest hit, Son of a Bitch.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that's got to kill you, because all the music you want to make isn't popular or isn't as popular as the label wants.
That's like Dave saying, yeah, I like playing this game, but nobody's giving me support. So yeah, that's basically the same thing. You like doing the thing and no one's vibing with it. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, now he's relating to her pain,
And then you make the song that's an
I
F1
love
to them,
Chrono
saying, "I'm not gonna
Trigger,
make
but
this kind of
nobody
song,"
wanted to
and
give
then
me
it's
money.
popular.
I love Tekken, guys, but we gotta drop it.
In a similar
This would be the equivalent of me
Of
after
you?
all these years
Man.
being true to myself, right?
Man, I knew it. He couldn't help himself but to make this about himself. I had that feeling.
Immediately saying, okay, I'm going to start being a drama reacting YouTuber.
My
and
God.
all I'm
We
gonna do
talking
is
about
start
Keemstar?
covering drama content. You know,
Yeah, bring up Keemstar.
stories of YouTubers falling from grace, covering daily news, which isn't news, it's just gossip and
Yeah,
rumor
we
and
did
shit like
this
that,
too.
and propelling myself into YouTube stardom, and I become like a multimillionaire. And I'd be like,
no, even if you did that, even back then, he didn't have the work ethic or the time to even want to attempt to be a drama YouTuber. We trying right now and it's failing.
it's not what I want. I never wanted to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to be an
I'm
honest
honestly
guy.
kind of afraid. I am. I'm ever afraid.
I'm
that
afraid.
That'll happen. Like one day I'll do something as an experiment, and it blows up and becomes way more popular than anything I've ever done.
What? We're afraid of you know what? We're afraid of success now. Yeah, we're afraid of being popular now because we might get a lot of people that want to look into us, and that's gonna be a mistake. We're afraid of those 1,000 or 2,000 chats that just spinning with the fucking chat. Our minds
yeah, but
gonna be warped.
I didn't want to do that. So now I'm stuck.
I'm
doing
stuck?
it, and I don't want to do it. Right?
He's stuck doing this.
All right, let's continue.
Poking fun
He's
at the
afraid of
industry
hard work,
vein,
basically.
We can look at Kids, Electric Feel, and Time to
I
Pretend.
don't know
Yeah, that won't happen
This is
too.
another one that
I keep
people in the
forgetting.
comments
Yeah,
of the last
that'll
video
never
wanted
happen,
me to
bro.
talk about. And if you're interested in a more detailed explanation, check out Middle Eight's video on the band's history. The long story short is that MGMT started out as the management.
Okay.
Two college kids
Okay.
making experimental, noisy loops in their dorm room. Soon they started playing at house parties, but it was practically performance art. They were improvising over the Ghostbusters theme song for hours on end. Eventually, these two artsy kids
Why?
started writing the most stereotypical pop songs that they could imagine as a joke,
then they
with
got
the
popular.
end goal being to sell out as quickly as
He's
possible.
begging for
The
stream
songs
snipers.
Kids, Electric Feel, and Time to Pretend.
They were playing
became popular
Fortnite, so I
around
imagine there's a
campus.
lot of
They
people
put the
that want to
tracks
get
on their
in on
first
it.
EP. That's what got them a record
Wow.
deal, and 14 years and 3 albums later, their joke songs from college are still their
Joke
most
songs from
successful
college.
tracks.
Wow. I've never even heard
Eddie
those
Grant's
songs.
Electric Avenue is groovy, and it's one of those songs that you just have to dance along
I've
to
heard
when
this
it comes
Electric
on, but
Avenue.
its origin
Oh,
story
God.
would make you think twice about doing so. The title refers to a street in South London that was the first market road to be lit by electricity.
Huh.
In the early 80s, there
You're
was
almost
a lot of
tempted.
tension in this area due
I mean,
to
why
Caribbean
not?
immigrants
It's
being
free.
unfairly unemployed,
You might-
poor, and falling victim
You
to
can try this
racist
stream sniper
policing.
with
This
Crossway.
hostility led to the 1981 Brixton riot that left hundreds of people injured, buildings damaged.
I like how
and
we said we
vehicles
watched
burned.
this, but we're
And
watching
while
the
lyrics
entire
of
thing
Electric
again.
Avenue are telling you this dark
Oh
story.
my
I can't wait till he
God.
gets
Too
this in a
busy
couple of
dancing
weeks.
To realize it was even featured in Pineapple Express.
Wow.
Feel good and
That's
vibra-
just crazy. It's a
That's
song
crazy.
about the Caribbean immigrants being treated awfully and crime and violence, and everyone's dancing to it. Let me take you higher. Oh my God. Yikes. I don't know if we'll finish this video, maybe one or two more. This one's interesting. The Gorillas. They used to be very popular.
Gorillas is about intellectual freedom, escapism, and in the music video,
You know,
we
like
get references
London
to a
Bridges?
corporate
That has a hidden
George
message to
Orwell,
it,
Big
too.
Brother type
I felt like
atmosphere.
it was.
So isn't it funny how this song, which is fighting for the
Vanilla
little
Ice
guy
owns
and
Eddie
going against
Guerrero's
the principles
lowrider?
of big business, has been used in plenty of advertisements for major companies.
Yes,
like
it has.
Apple
Somehow I'm
and
not gonna. I
BBC.
wouldn't be surprised.
With 99 Love Balloons by Nina and Reguera's Vamos a la Playa, people aren't only confused by the whole "it
Where he
sounds
wants
fun,
to go
so
down.
the lyrics probably are too" thing. They're also not in English, so you know Americans are bopping along to these things without a single thought going through their minds.
That's right.
You've got this German
That's
song
right.
that's
Dave was one of
about
them. Yeah,
balloons,
that was
there's a
right.
Spanish song that's about going to the beach, right? I remember learning that phrase in school. But no. Both of these are about the threat of the nuclear bomb.
What?
The Cold War was a crazy time.
They're about nuclear
The human wings,
bombs.
don't you
Yes,
sounds
he just
someone-
said
Oh
it.
my God. That's great.
That's great.
Uh,
Yeah, the Cold War was probably a wild time to live in.
Breakup song, and that is the public perception of it. If you're half listening to the lyrics but then belting out the chorus, you're rooting for this guy.
That's like rappers now. Rappers always have hidden messages too,
shooting
man.
a shot and you want the best for him. But once you actually analyze the verses and the pre-chorus, the story reads like a subtle,
Yeah, the 99 Red
very
Balloons
real
one, that
threat.
seems
Guy
the
meets
most
girl
familiar
when
to
she's a
me.
waitress in a cocktail bar. He turns her into someone.
I'm
new.
not
5
very
years later,
well
she's
cultured with
successful,
my music.
and this is where it gets bad. But don't forget,
it's me who put you where you are now, and I can put you back down too. Whoa, what the? So basically, this is a song about someone who met someone, they got together.
Oh no.
Life elevated for both.
Uh-oh.
One of them moved on to greatness, the other one didn't. And now they're incredibly jealous to the point where they're even threatening. Wow.
It's me who put
You think about doing this to Panda every single time you see a tweet from her, a new picture showing the glow up.
Believe it when I hear that you won't see.
Wow.
This on its own is controlling, and the dude sounds like an abuser. But once we get to you think you've changed your mind, you better change it back, or we will both be sorry.
Wow.
That is absolutely terrifying.
Someone stalking and harassing a lady? Wow, that's bad.
To close all of this out, I'm gonna speed through some very obvious examples that I have left over. My main point in the first video was, wow, there's always more to music than you might expect.
Yeah, no
But
way.
With these, I'm just begging audiences to pay a little bit more attention. Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder is not a romantic.
Yeah, Dave's gonna be looking at all
the birth of his daughter, and in the full version, there are.
No, don't be taking shots at Stevie Wonder. But yeah, Dave's gonna be looking at every single, listening to every single song Cat listens to. Like, Cat, don't listen to this. This is you're gonna be making up meaning. This is about drug addiction. You can't listen to this song.
Long snippets of babies crying and Stevie's daughter Aisha in the bathtub.
Well, that's still a nice song, though.
I can't believe I even have to say this one, but Hozier's Take Me to Church is not praising religion. It's about the ties between sexuality and humanity, and the music video was made in support of gay rights.
Well, I've never heard this
Last
song.
Christmas by Wham is not a fun song about the
Very
holidays.
interesting. I'm
It's
gonna go
about a
back to
break.
that Stevie Wonder bit.
Stevie's daughter Aisha in the bathtub.
Well, that's still a nice song, though.
I can't believe I even have to say
Very
this
interesting
one, but
to say
Hozier's
that.
Take
Very
Me to
interesting
Church
time
is
to say
not
that.
praising religion. It's about the ties between sexuality and humanity, and the music video was made in support of gay rights.
Well, I've never heard this
Last
song.
Christmas by Wham is not a fun song about the holidays. It's about a breakup.
Yeah, it's Wham.
Careless
Yeah, it's
Whisper
obvious
by
that was
George
about a
Michael is not
breakup,
a love
Dave.
song. It's about
That was like the
feeling
one
guilty
of
after
the most
cheating on
obvious
your
things that came up in this part.
People mistake Everybody Hurts by REM as a track that's just wallowing in depression, but it's really the opposite. It's an inspiring song about overcoming your sadness, not succumbing to it.
Right. The whole point is that everyone has these awful moments.
Oh
in
my
life, but it's
God.
about relating to everyone.
All right, relate this to
Because
you.
everyone
You got
has
over a
them, and
pain?
Therefore, you know, you get.
It's about the
past
hot
them,
Latina.
That's a way to relate to humanity. We all have bad times, but that doesn't mean that life is bad, right?
People, I Hear You, Pumped Up Kicks by
There we
Foster
go.
the People is not about a fancy new pair of shoes. And finally, I
Yeah,
never
that's
want
the,
to see another tweet of, oh, it's September 30th.
you know
time
what
to
that
wake up the
song's
Green
for.
Day guy. Billy Joe
Oh my
wrote a
God.
song about his dad dying, and now finally, I never want to see another tweet of, oh, it's September 30th, time to wake up the Green Day guy. Billy Joe wrote
An elongated goat.
and now it's been decades of him getting suffocated by memes during this annual traumatic time in his life.
Yeah, everyone knows Green
Let
Day.
me know in
We
the
get
comments
it.
which of these surprised you and which of these.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's absolutely
That's
crazy. What
crazy,
it is,
man.
people, music in a way is really unique in this way.
Oh
Where
my
people find a way
God.
to latch on to music and make it their own. Like
Music
become
is
something
unique.
for you.
Here's
something
how.
personally to you. Maybe something you were
People
doing
can
when you
have
heard
different
the song,
emotions that be
or
feeling
someone you were
stuff
spending
during
time
the
with when
song.
The song used to be part of your life, and because of that, you have different time periods of your life that you associate with certain kinds of music, and therefore
This is a basic bitch take. What Twitter account did we get this from?
it just becomes what you want. You don't even listen.
No
you don't
shit.
Even care about the meaning behind. In reality,
when you're in a certain mood, you want to
songs
listen
from
to a
certain time
song.
periods, I wouldn't say probably not the last decade, where sadly a lot of music has just become so over commercialized that it's just made for the sake of making money.
DSP's an indie guy. He hates the mainstream.
You know what I'm saying?
We hate
Like,
mainstream
they are
artists.
They are not just making a song so that you.
They
give them
support
$1
every
bill
single
for it. They're doing it
independent
because they have something to
musician in
say.
the world.
And it's a shame that so many people just go through life.
He funded so many SoundClouds is ridiculous.
Meaning they don't think about anything. It's just, oh, it sounds good. Ha ha ha. Do you ever take 10 seconds to think about what the song could be about?
What the fuck? Now we say, oh yeah, people don't know what they're listening to. They don't understand what the song's really meaning. Yeah, that's why Dave doesn't listen to music. We listen to white noise now because we don't trust the mainstream.
Maybe it could teach you something about life or convey a different emotion in you that maybe you don't usually feel. Instead of just going through life,
he's
bobbing
sending
your head
people
around
now.
like a dunce, you know. Have some fucking intelligent thought.
Wow.
Because I tell you, like they said, can you imagine?
Yeah, like the video said,
you know,
point
the
to
lead singer
it.
of Green Day, I forget his name, Billy something.
Yeah, we don't even
Can
know.
you imagine how upset he must be when people think that the September song is just like a...
We making other people. Yeah, can you imagine what Billy feels like when you listen to this song? Yeah, he probably feels real bad.
A happy song. It's about his dad passing away. How awful that was for him and how it affected him. And some idiot singing the song happily, right?
People can interpret stuff
All right,
however they want. That could be a good song for someone else.
That was a good video. I love those.
Yeah, that was a good video.
Love.
I agree.
Those videos of the misunderstood lyrics. That's really good stuff.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. Messed up lyrics.
I don't think we're gonna be watching this.
Yeah, there you go. Just skip it.
Let's skip the intro and go here.
Before we continue, it's important to understand what this discussion is not about. We are not complaining
I love it too.
about how graphics have advanced, but gameplay hasn't. Visuals are an integral part of a game's presentation and have always
Why? Because you put them off?
Generational change.
All right.
As we'll discuss later, it is a good thing that graphics have come as far as they have.
Graphics.
We are also not
Yo, Dave can
talking
relate to
about
this. He always talks
gameplay
about graphics.
diversity.
I don't know about
There are
that
people
one.
say that gaming is not fun today or declare that it's dead, but those claims are ridiculous and often come from a place of self-limitation. There's more gameplay diversity now than ever.
Yeah, I hope the dude has like a in-video ad. Yeah, I want to see that one too. I want to see Dave skip that one. We don't have time for anyone else making money or showing off their creativity.
What is old is new again. What we're really talking about today is AAA gaming's current gameplay standstill. Mission structure, the way that players interact with objectives, and how we
Alright, so we're a gamer. Are we gonna have any input on what this guy has to say?
These aspects of games have been left in the dust
We just
over
bobbing
the
our
years by
head.
advancements in
We're
presentation
agreeing.
and storytelling, which has placed many games in a spot where they
Okay.
look and sound next gen, but when you get down to playing them, they're
Did he
just
complain
the
about
same
daylight
game
savings
you've
time? He
played
probably
many
did during the
times before.
pre-stream.
I totally get
I don't know.
that. This guy.
I wouldn't be
1,000,000%,
surprised.
He's dead.
We're
on
done
what
on
he's
that
saying.
one. You
There's
don't get
not
that
enough
rent for the
innovation in
show.
games anymore. The games that are innovating are the tiny indie games that sadly a lot of times don't get attention.
The tiny indie games that we don't play? Why do we need it to get attention? Why don't we look it up? Yeah, they don't get attention no more. We could be a platform for these games getting attention. Whatever. We gotta trust IGN to put out a review, and then we might play it. We have to have
The
a good
games that
review.
should be innovating and trying to push the medium forward just do the bare minimum.
Yeah, we don't know
in order
any
to
indie
sell.
games right now.
And once they sell, they've done their job. They don't care about actually advancing gaming into something new or different. While 2 console gens ago, that was what it was all about on the Xbox 360 and PS3. You had to...
Dude, we literally only play games for money. If we don't get the amount of money that we have in our head, we drop it. We mad.
Innovate. Like, that was the point. Do something innovative, do something different, new, not just
Yeah,
the
do
same
something
rehashed
new.
experience
Entertain my
with a better
audience.
graphical facelift. I agree with him. It's the AAA studios who should be doing this the best, and in
Yeah.
reality, most of them
Let
are
the
doing this
AAA
the
studios
worst,
do a good job,
right?
so that way
Take a
they
look at
can make my
Assassin's
job
Creed.
easier.
Assassin's Creed started as a unique series.
We
where you
really going back to Assassin's Creed.
have to use parkour and stealth to
Mhm.
complete missions. Then it became, well, it's so dumbed down that it's piss easy to do everything. So then people didn't like it anymore. Okay, well, let's change it. What do you change it to? Are we going to innovate? No, we're going to copy Witcher 3. And then they just made their game Witcher 3 for
Yeah.
3 straight games.
We're gonna
With
copy
button
everyone
mashing,
else
by
and
the
do
way, to
React.
the combat. It wasn't even difficult. So then how are they going to innovate because people say that's stagnated?
The best thing is the God of War thing where it just had a blurry image of him. playing God of War. We need to show the gamer where to go. Yeah, that was pretty hot.
We're gonna go back to the old formula with Mirage. So you didn't innovate. What you did is you copied someone.
Yeah, even the first Assassin's Creed was
and then you went back
pretty
to the
simple
old
to
style,
play.
which is also uncreative.
There wasn't too much
there
to
is
it.
a huge lack of creativity.
Yeah, the climbing was a
AAA
little
game
bit,
design
man,
these days.
but man,
Do
you
I
can
blame
get over
the game
that.
devs? No, I do not. I blame the people in charge at these companies. The Yves Guillemot's.
The what?
Who say a game like Skull and Bones is a quad A gaming experience, and then when you
It
play
is for
it's
someone.
a glorified mobile game, and you're like, "What are you crazy? What are you stupid?"
Yeah, what are you,
The
stupid? You
answer
like
is
a thing and you
no,
like playing games
greed.
with people? Greed.
And that's what's
Greed is
happened,
massively
I believe,
strong.
in the last decade. The greed has started to really go through and
I
ruin
agree.
major game development.
Today is
Yeah,
a
I agree. The
structural
greed's really
next
affecting
step,
everything.
and that brings us to some important questions. What does it mean to be a next
They
gen
call it the
game?
Recard
What does
system
change
named
in
after
games
Dave.
look like across
That was his
To understand this, we
input
have
to the
take a look
gaming
at
industry.
the past and compare how a genre iterates to how a genre changes. And there's no better year to analyze than 1993 and the release
$50 for
of
cast
Doom.
mods is a
Doom
deal.
built on Wolfenstein 3D.
I don't know, you can
and
probably get a
delivered
better
scope
deal.
and quality of gameplay unlike anything gamers had seen before.
Right.
With Doom's success, we saw the birth of a genre, even if it didn't have a name yet. Games like Doom that were in the same perspective and used the same non-linear level design were simply called Doom clones.
Yeah, they weren't first person shooters.
Oh,
they
Lord.
didn't have a name. They just Doom clones.
The Doom
Yeah, like
clones
Souls
were
likes.
boom
Like how you say
shooters and
everything is a
lovingly
fucking
referred
Souls
to
like.
as
This is
Doom
Dark
Dead
Souls.
with the build
Yeah, this
engine
game
being
has
the
a
most
sword
popular
and a
being
stamina. It's
Doom
Dark Souls.
3D. If we compare Doom to Duke,
It's
we
almost
see
like
very
game
similar
developers
gameplay
just put out
structure,
games
but Duke
related to
added
whatever's
a
out.
voice
I don't know,
protagonist
man.
and numerous new
People like
interactive
Souls
elements.
like, so
This
they're gonna
is
make
how a
more
genre
games like that, I guess.
iterates. It starts by using a known formula, and
Yeah, I
then
think the
it adds
Bloodborne
elements
series
that
of
create
games.
its own identity. The Doom clone finally became the first-person
There
shooter
you go.
with the release of games like Quake, Unreal, and Half-Life. It's worth noting that while Quake was a fully 3D game, its gameplay was still fairly derivative of
So we got
Doom,
nothing to
and
add?
it wasn't until Half-Life that we saw structural
Yeah, he only
changes
wants to keep
to
watching
shooters,
because
where Doom
all of
brought you
these
into
all
its
of these
levels to
points
explore and
are
search
lining up with what he thinks. The second he deviate from it, yeah, that's when we skip
key
it.
cards to progress. Half-Life told a story and started the player
This is
out
like
by
Kat
introducing
saying,
them to its
"See guys,
protagonist
what have I
and world
told you?
before
I've been
plunging
telling
into
you I need
disaster."
more time
Half-Life
off."
was a next
Kat
gen
agrees
game
with me.
and is a shining example of how a genre
This guy agrees
changes.
with me.
Right.
Scripted sequences, NPCs,
That's
and
a great
world
example.
that reacted to the player.
Is it?
Were
Oh.
new things for gamers
How many
to
Half-Life
interact
games
with
have we
and
played?
experience that had never been presented as part of a full package before.
So there you go. So they just went from the origins of the first ultra popular first person shooter
Obviously.
to when it truly evolved with Half-Life. Correct.
So the point of the
Now
video.
take a look at the origins of Assassin's Creed and where it is today.
Why are we relating this to
Assassin's
Assassin's
Creed 1 versus Assassin's
Creed?
Mirage.
Yo, this flip is
Are there
wild.
modernizations?
Massively
Yeah, the graphics are better.
wild.
Some of the controls are easier, better. But ultimately,
We went from
it
talking
hasn't
about
advanced
first
at
person
all.
shooters to
They
comparing
haven't
it
done
to
anything
Assassin's Creed.
to try to make it innovative. Instead, they've just gone in a circle, right?
Oh, the
It's a lot. Take a look
Argentinian
at
members
Call of
are
Duty.
dying down?
How did Call of Duty
I
evolve
was
over
wondering
these
when it
years?
was
Did
going to
it?
stop.
Well, better graphics, weird double jumping, wall running, cartoony things, big flashy gadgets.
We are saying all the stuff we hate about the game and saying that's what everyone hates about the game. Yeah, people
more
might like
guns.
that.
But ultimately,
Yeah, we
is
can't
Call
hang
of
with you
Duty
kids
really
no
any
more,
different?
jumping all
Well,
over the
since
place,
basically
sliding.
Modern Warfare 2, no.
We need boots
I would
to the
say
ground.
The first Call of Duties, which were military shooters, were very different, and they did evolve into Modern Warfare. Then since it became Modern Warfare, it's just been Call of Duty every year, and it's exactly
Yeah,
the
you've been
same,
buying them too.
you know. Sad. So this guy
Sad.
has very valid points here
We
about how
skipping?
things are not really
Yeah!
evolving.
We had valid points, but we
They've-
gotta skip
they've
it.
stagnated. They've
Yep.
keep pumping out
Very
the
valid
same
points.
style,
We
the
just gotta
same
get through
style,
it.
The same style of game.
Yo, we
Yeah, here you
skipping
go.
so much.
Starfield.
My
You wanna talk about
God,
a game
man.
that did not innovate at all.
Really
and
skipping
screwed
everything.
everything up for their company.
Went back to it.
Starfield.
Yeah, we can shit on
It plays like
Starfield
an
a little
old game.
bit.
It doesn't feel fresh at all. There was zero.
Don't even
structural
get to
improvements
see
at
it.
all,
That's how disappointed
right?
he was.
GTA 5 Rockstar and outdated. I guess what they're saying is because it seems like it's going to follow the same thing again. Let's actually watch that. GTA
Yeah,
5. I wanna see
GTA
what
6.
people think
Everyone's
about
still
GTA
talking about
6.
GTA 6.
That
I
it's
can
not
cloud
gonna
chase
innovate.
it.
Real-time content GTA 6 will be an insanely expansive game. The amount of things on screen, the draw distances, and the fidelity of the
I hope there's a mission that takes him into a strip club. I want to see his reaction to just getting a lap dance or something.
I don't believe it is. It's just a trailer, but
obviously
all of that will be severely undermined if Rockstar doesn't change their design philosophy regarding missions and objectives. Some of the biggest complaints with Rockstar's last two games, GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2,
people
are
come
that
to
they
watch
have
the
very
guy play
restrictive
GTA and
mission
girls.
design.
Yeah,
Their
there's gonna be like
sandbox is
10,000 people
phenomenal,
watching the guy
but when
play
you get to the
GTA
linear
6
missions that
when it comes
progress
out.
the story, you have to play them
The girls
the
in the
way
swimsuits.
Rockstar
I mean, it's
wants
Vice
you to
City,
play
so
them.
there's gonna probably be
Diverting
even
from that
more.
in
They
any
showed up the
way
beach like heavily.
in failure.
Yeah.
Many people call this outdated, and I've referred to it.
I'll be gotta
as
get Lucia
restrictive.
to
So,
go
which
shopping, and you
is
gotta
it?
get her like a beach
Outdated
outfit. I
or
want to see him pull up in a
restrictive?
muumuu. He's gonna get her in like a full
We
fucking
see
like
the mission design in
I don't know,
Rockstar's
like a
recent
dinner
games
cloth.
as outdated because it is so restrictive. There's no reason in games with so much freedom in their open worlds that I should fail a mission because I walked a few steps off course or I landed my jet
Yeah,
ski.
don't fucking lose attention when you start a mission. It's open world up until you start to do a thing. This is such a weird nitpicking thing to do.
Won't allow you to because
Yeah, I start a mission and the game won't let me do whatever I want. It restricts me from going places? What? It's an open world game, in a way.
of its limitations.
Yeah.
Within reason,
I would say
All right, what
a
you got
game
to say?
that did a little bit better than that was Watch Dogs. Not Watch Dogs 1, but 2.
Yeah, that's all
Watch
games.
Dogs 2 had some missions that
Like,
could
you
do them
start a
different
thing,
ways,
you gotta
and they
finish
were
the
really
thing.
creative
You
and
can't
fun
just do
ways,
something else.
And I liked that. You didn't have to do it always the same way, and also it had good writing around that. It felt like you were more in control of the things that you were doing.
Oh.
Well, I'll agree. With GTA, have they really even innovated at all since 3?
This dude failed a mission because he couldn't buy things correctly. We failed the mission because we couldn't buy a flashlight. That's all I gotta say.
The same structure. I mean, yeah, there's improved controls and things, but it's really the same game over and over, right?
I don't know.
Okay, good
I guess
video.
so.
Check it out from
We bought everything but the flashlight, saying, yo, why did I fail?
Okay, we'll do one more before we split the part.
We didn't even go down the list. We just did whatever, man.
Dancing Bacons, they're going to a restaurant in Osaka, Japan. Okonomiyaki. I've heard
Oh
of this.
Lord, yeah, it's
but I don't know
definitely
what
not. I'm definitely not
okonomiyaki
watching
actually
food.
is.
Are we all caught up? Yeah, we all caught up. So yeah, we all caught up here. Well, if you see me boot up for the React thing, you see me boot up. It could be an hour in. It could be as soon. I see how I'm feeling. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Possibly see you later. We're gonna raid Taken L's. Later, you are mentally ill detractors. Possibly see you later. Peace.